So the umpires are back, the crowd's here, and a big one at that, the match of the day from Princes Park before a huge crowd, probably in excess of 35,000. Fitzpatrick gets first tap out, socket off the ground by Timmy Watson. Harms, right on the point of the square, puts Carlton into attack up towards left half forward. Out towards Stoneham from Merritt. Dougal in front, has it knocked away actually by his teammate in Southby. Johnston got a push in the back. And there's the free kick from umpire Robinson for the day, to be taken by Johnston at centre-half back for Carlton. Crowd finding a little bit of voice this afternoon too, as I said, because the umpires are back. Now, it will be a 15-metre penalty with it.
I think it's a free kick down the field. There's been interference before he kicked the ball, or is it a 15-metre penalty?
I think it's a 15-metre penalty, Lou, although Johnston seems to be in the same position. Of course, if the player did infringe over the mark, then it should be a 15-metre penalty. So he comes in for the kick. Johnston to half forward. Malin. Watson again. In there is Bahaja, getting pushed to the ground. Free kick. Bahaja at centre half back. Little Tony Bahaja had a very good season for Essendon. Towards centre half forward. Looking for Madden, but he couldn't find him. The umpire has found a free kick, a push out going Carlton's way. It will be taken by Howell at centre half back. Howell decides to go for the handball. He's got it out towards Harms. Harms not wasting any time. Back towards the centre wing area. McClure behind. Reed. Driving Essendon forward. The torpedo punt kick covers plenty of distance. Madden with one hand. But it comes to Harms at the back of the pack and a clearing kick towards left half back.
Well, Harms has certainly been in the thick of things as he gets the ball out there to Aspen. Aspen, a player that had a suspected knee injury, but moved okay there as the ball goes out wide there to Lanahan. Lanahan's got the ball out there at half forward, but fumbles, but the umpire said it'll be a throw-in because it's out of bounds. It's out of bounds about 70 metres around from the Carlton goal. No scorers yet. 2 minutes into this first quarter. A very big crowd here today. Around about the 35,000 mark. Well, a bit of jostling going on there, but finally it's cleared away by Daniher. Back there to Daniher, a hand pass, not a very good one. This gives a chance to Hunter to break through the pack. He does. Great player, Hunter, as he kicks the ball long out there towards Carlton's half-forward line. The ball punched away by Terry Daniher. Picked up by Aspen. Seems to be having no trouble with that knee as the ball goes back there, but a good, strong man by the Essendon 9-man. That's Ronnie Andrews. Stand back when he gets the ball. Over it goes now, though. That's Reed. He was knocked after he kicked the ball. It could be a free kick down the field. Yes, it is. And the free kick will go to Essendon down there at half-back. The free kick to go there to Neale Daniher. Neale Daniher playing at half-back. It looks as though his brother's playing on that other half-back flank too. This fella's having a great season, Neale Daniher, and would be one of the favourites for the Brownlow medal. Ball hits the ground. There's Reed, the ex-West Australian. Goes for a short pass, a dangerous run. Coming across the metre is English. Couldn't pick it up. Gets a hand pass back to Ashman. By golly, he's playing great this first quarter, Ashman. Another contender for the Brown. At the back is Andrews. And a great mark there to McClure. Andrews late on the soon, but there we see McClure off like a rocket. The ball up there towards the goals. It could be a goal. No, it's finally forced through by Torbert. Torbert, good defensive play by number 16 of Essendon, and it's through for 1 point. So it's Carlton now. 1 point to Essendon yet to score.
All the crowd right on their toes for this match. Ball driven out towards the half-back line. Max Crow goes for the punch. Ashman. Caught. Well caught by Nagel. Reed. Well caught by Bazasto. Free kick. Going to Reed, who's gone for the handball to Nagel. Long handball at that to Stoneham. In turnover towards Neale Clark, and Clark goes for the long kick. A mammoth punt kick towards centre half forward. Southby, great mark. Gould for the Shepherd. Sheldon. Bahaja too late on the scene. Could be penalised 15. It is play on. It was a 15-metre penalty. Sheldon well into attack now for Carlton. McClure in front. Andrews with the punch. Bazasto looks for the free kick for in danger. None forthcoming.
Oh, there's a go between Bazasto and Nagel. A bit of hair pulling there, Pete.
Yes, the play goes on downfield. Picked up by Simon Madden. His kick slews up the side of the boot. In comes Harms again, doing a great job in the back pocket for Carlton now. To Dougal. Dougal at the right half-back flank. Plenty of distance in his kick, looking for Ashman. He seems to be following the ball well at the moment. Stoneham, short. Hunter's there. Oh, Watson collects him beautifully. Out to Sheldon again. Plenty of pressure here, but the standard of football is good. Crow towards half forward for Essendon. Could be a goal. Madden's racing for it. Won't get there. Yes, he has. Screws around. Steady. Shoots at goal. Shocking kick by Madden. Southby will go for the handball to Schultz. Schultz, the late inclusion. Handball is okay, but the kick is not. One behind. Well, a few mistakes under pressure there. That's understandable. 1 point each.
1 point each, and we're at the 5.5-minute mark. A short pass coming out there to Wells. Wells at centre-half back. This is a real pressure game today as it goes up there to Andrews. McClure. Free kick against McClure, hanging on. And Andrews takes that free kick in a bit of trouble here. Bad kick back there towards centre-half back. There's the captain, Fitzpatrick, getting his kick back there and a good mark to Johnson. At the moment, Carlton looking a lot better than Essendon, playing with a lot more confidence, but very early in the piece. A good mark to Mackay. Mackay's about 45 metres out from goal. The distance shouldn't worry this guy because he's a mighty kick. Mackay, one of the high flyers of the Victorian Football League. There's the kick by Mackay. It's a long one. It's a beautiful goal. Right through. Job at centre-half forward. Down goes to Daniher. That's Terry Daniher. Taps the ball on. But Sheldon's in the way. They're the danger men, those small men for Carlton. I'll tell you that now. Back it goes there towards that back pocket position, picked up by Clark on the line, but he goes for the safe way out, trying to get it to the boundary, but it's finally forced out now in that forward pocket position, about 10 metres around from the Carlton goal. They're 1 goal, 7 points to Essendon, 1 point only. Ball back into play again. It's knocked out by Mackay. Coming in to meet it now is Wells. A snap kick back there towards Torbert. He gets under the ball, but finally taps it out of bounds. Out of bounds in the forward pocket, still in the same position, about 10 metres around from the Carlton goal.
Boundary throw in. At the back is Mackay, contesting with Torbert. It goes to Stoneham. Daniher and Gould. Bazusto caught without the ball, but the call was play on. Fitzpatrick. Now he's got that hand bandage, I noticed. Picks it up well, the skipper. Well played, Mike Fitzpatrick, and a long kick up towards the forward pocket. Knocked away from Lenihan. Terry Daniher retrieving the situation for Essendon to the practice wicket area, and the mark is taken out there by Folds. Folds at right half back for the Bombers at the 8-minute mark of the first term. Crow at the back is Harms. Crow's handball is effective. Daniher on the run from Gould, but a shocking kick from Paul Daniher. Is that a mark? Brought in by Crow. He came the wrong way, Crow, but dragged that in superbly. Madden was coming in the other direction, but Max Crow has the mark.
Not the most accurate kick for goal, this guy, but then he kicks the unexpected sometimes, Pete, doesn't he?
Well, this is a straightforward shot.
Well, that's when he usually misses.
He is directly in front of goal. You can see the centre square line, albeit faint.
It'll either be a goal or out of bounds. You can bet your life on that.
Max Crow, 45 metres out, directly in front. Has put it through for Essendon's first goal. And well at the centre bounces, incidentally. Andrews and Bazusto. Bazusto is caught. The call is play on. Going through is Fowler. Without the ball, Bazusto's handball ineffective. Terry Daniher smothering well, and the umpire has decided to ball it up at centre-half forward for Carlton.
9.5 minutes gone to the first quarter. Scores dead level, 7 points apiece. Ball up on that centre-half forward position. Knocked out by Merritt. A fumble that time by Terry Daniher. Daniher goes through again. Merritt gets the ball. A hand pass out to Neale Daniher. Finally picked up by Aspin. He's had a great first quarter. Back it goes there, a chance for Torbert. Knocks the ball down, can't pick it up, goes after it again. The umpire said a free kick. Don't ask me what for. So he got it in the back of the neck. He's had a pretty good season in defence for Essendon. Torbert too, going for the defensive style that time was Dill knocked it out to Aspin. He's well collared that time, but finally gets the ball out. It's picked up now, and it's a kick back by Fowler, back there to Daniher. He's out there on the wing, a long away, good distance out from centre-half forward. Finally, it goes back there. Crow got up high, couldn't hold the mark. Down goes Howe. And finally, we see Hunter falling on top of the ball. It's out now. A hand pass by Watson. Another one by Crow over to Schultz. This is dangerous as he snaps for goal, but it's smothered. Well smothered by Marquezano that time. Cleared away by Hunter. The ball out towards that half-back line. Picked up now by Sheldon. A kick along towards the half-forward line. And a chance for a mark there, and a good mark there to Terry Daniher.
Doing quite well at the moment, Daniher, on his half-back flank. Lehman couldn't quite grab that one in from Nagel. from McConville. Arms is underneath it. Madden in front. Takes the mark in front of Howe. And a wrestle to boot. A great mark to Madden. One of the best aerialists in the VFL.
Been a pretty good first quarter, Pete.
Been a great first term. And I must admit, I should pay full tribute to the ground staff here at Princes Park. The ground in magnificent condition in view of the heavy rain we had during the week. I expected it to be a lot worse. Madden, 50 metres out from goal. Daniher flies high, touched right on the line, and through for 1 point to Essendon to put them in front by that margin, 1-2 to 1-1. Southby going towards the outer side. Wells, has he marked it? No, says the umpire. Play on. And the umpire has decided to ball it up. That's Ian Robinson out there in the forward pocket, or between the pocket and the half-forward flank. It's very close to the boundary line. Fitzpatrick and Daniher. Lenihan. Folds and Malin. Bahajar late on the scene, and it's out of bounds. Crowd appreciating the great contest we've had so far. As Lou mentioned, a pretty good first quarter. Fitzpatrick doing well on the ruck for Carlton. Wells close to the boundary line again. The ball has beaten him, and it's over the line. Crowd thinking perhaps it was on the full. Just came off the shin, I think. Daniher and Fitzpatrick. Neither gets an effective tap out. The duel off the carpet from Southby. No mark paid. Folds. Getting boot to ball pretty quickly. Underneath it is Marquezani. Reed's there likewise. So too is Hunter. Hunter picks it up well. Ran into his own man in English, but gets the clearing kick. Merritt. Merritt goes for the handball. Neale Daniher takes it. And a long kick by Neale Daniher. Well into attack now for Essendon. Plenty of Carlton players are there. Bahajar, Howe on the bottom of the stack up. Madden comes in. It's scooped out towards Fitzpatrick. Duel. Caught. Crowd thought so. Bahajar. Duel again. Got offloaded. One for his corner. Daniher to Schultz. English picks it up well and clears it for Carlton. Back towards centre field. Merritt's there, having trouble trying to pick it up. Eventually scooped out. Malin comes in for Carlton. It's a real stack up at centre field, and the umpire has decided to ball it up.
Well, both players, or both sides, fumbling there for a while, but I suppose it's the over-anxious of both teams because it's a very important game. Fitzpatrick dominating the knockouts, gets it out to Sheldon, back there to McConville on the edge of the square. A hand pass back to Marquezani. Couldn't handle that one. It comes back here now. A chance for Reed to get clear. He does. He's played okay this first quarter. There's Hunter, and good play on the part of Crow, but the umpire said interference. And, of course, we see Hunter a lot shorter than Crow, but he does a great job. He's got a heart as big as that George Harris stand up there.
Can you tell me why they're booing Reed?
I don't know why. He might have done something in front of the crowd there before, but you know what they're like, Pete, football crowd. There's a chance now for the ball to be picked up by Neale Daniher. This fella's a great player. As he bursts away from the pack, a hand pass over there now. And Nagle's got the ball. He goes for a long kick up there, looking for Simon Madd, but coming across is Hunter. Couldn't get there in time, and the ball is out of bounds. So there'll be a throw-in right against the point post in Essendon's attacking zone. They're in front by a point at the moment. They're 1-2 to Carlton, 1-1. Fitzpatrick again gets the ball down to Lenihan. Lenihan down there in the back pockets. Clears in a bit of trouble now, but he goes for a short pass. Grabbed on the first stop by Malin. Back it goes now to Marquezani. Runs back into trouble. Intercepted that time by Reed. Punched out that time by Stone, and back there towards Bahajar. And the little fella, the little budge, he's clear. The hand pass back there to Stoneham. A snap, but marking right on the line there is Wayne Harms. A hand pass over to English. Umpire said he's got to go back and kick over the mark. So it's still Essendon 1-2 to Carlton 1-1. A hand pass coming over there to Howe. Howe running up the centre half back, goes for a long kick out there towards the wing position. Bazzusto outmaneuvered Neale Daniher that time for a great mark. Short pass, looking there for Sheldon, coming in to meet it now is McConville, but Sheldon's got there first. But there'll be a free kick against McConville for interference there to Nagel. And the umpire spotted it as Sheldon was ready to break away. And, of course, Nagel will take this free kick on the half-back line for Essendon. I should imagine there'll be a few fireworks here today because this guy's a pretty fiery sort of a fella. And he's already been in one tangle with Bazzusto, number 4 for Carlton so far. Mark there to Timmy Watson. Oh, bad hand pass. The very lackadaisical one picked up now by Fowles. Back there towards the half-forward line. Kicked off the ground by Stoneham back there towards that half forward. As they go now, a hand pass for Fowl. That was Daniher before. Finally, it's kicked out there to Hawker. A long hand pass over there to Madden. There's an easy goal to Timmy Watson. Good play on the part of Daniher before. There's the score. 2 goals, 2-14 Essendon. To Carlton, 1 goal, 1-7 points.
Well, Simon Madden nearly made a mess of that handball there. He slipped over. Carlton player went out to tackle him correctly. And Madden nearly made the mistake that could have cost Essendon that goal. As it turned out, Watson managed to pick it up okay and put it through from inside the square. So Essendon leading 2-2 to 1-1. It's 7 points the difference at the 17-minute mark of the term. Fitzpatrick, I don't think he's lost a centre bounce yet, playing very, very well for Carlton. Andrews got offloaded by Fitzpatrick with a fair bump. Actually bounced off him. Marcazani showing plenty of speed, but went without the ball. Reed. Marcazani again tries the short one in towards right half forward. Andrews is there. Watson, who kicked the last goal. Front marker Daniher. Bill picked him up just a little bit too late. Daniher is on the centre wing. Between wing and left half forward. Looking for Simon Madden. Harms flies high. Hawker snaps up the goal. Off target, one behind.
It was bad play on the part of Harms that time. He should have stayed down. He went up against all these other bigger defenders there.
Yes, maybe he didn't see them. We could make an excuse perhaps in that regard, but 7-15 is the score. And Harms prepares to do the kicking in. Wayne Harms, fullback. Fitzpatrick in front of Merritt and takes the mark. Doing pretty well, Fitzpatrick. Wells off and Armstrong on for Carlton as Fitzpatrick goes back for the kick. He's on the outer side. Looks for McClure or Sheldon. Sheldon has the mark right on the boundary line. Sheldon and on the centre wing. Looking for McConville, who's clear of Daniher. That's the slipperiest part of the ground. Snyder can handle it very well. McConville not too happy with his efforts, and the boundary throw-in to take place about 45 metres from goal on left half-forward flank. Mackay and Talbot to Bahajar, who's on the bottom of that little to-do. Free kick going to David Mackay. This is just a little bit further out from where he kicked his first goal. He won't score with that one. It is a good kick nevertheless. Reed, good mark. And Reed's still getting booed by Carlton supporters for what I know not. Stoneham. Dool in the centre of the pack. Malin couldn't take it. Daniher's in there, so too is Foulds, who comes out with the ball. Malin tackles him well, incidentally. Free kick. Daniher takes it on the run. Nagel. Nagel can go for a run at half forward. The kick is a short one, though. Crow in front of the pack. Has it knocked away from him by Howe. Picked up by Grant Fowler, who has a long shot at goal, and it isn't a bad one either. It bounces, just not the right way for Essendon. English. Oops, he's lost it. Now he's regained it. And caught by Madden. The 227's tangle. Sheldon is there. Sheldon's long handball is okay. Howe. Long kick out of danger. Ashman late on the scene. Merritt. Bad handball to Andrews, who knocks it on effectively. A Carlton player got one down there incidentally too. Play continues and the mark taken down at left half forward by Daniher.
By golly, he's starting to get on top of Dool, this fella number 18. Daniher doing a great job. There's a bit of a box on now. Pizzusto in the thick of things. He had an early one with Nagel. Kicked by Daniher's a long one, looking there for Crow, but right on the line there was Wayne Harms to take a good mark. Wayne Harms with the ball for Carlton. Essendon 2-3-15 to Carlton, 1 goal, 1-7 points. Carlton started off okay, but they're starting to slump a bit now. The Bombers looking a little bit better. Out there to Fitzpatrick. He's playing very well for Carlton. The ruck, as Peter said before, hardly missed a centre bounce knockout. Over to Armstrong, replacing Wells. Ball out there and a good mark taken there by McClure on the wing position. Balked nicely. Interchange player again for Essendon. We'll pick him up in a moment. Fowler off the ground and the ball is finally full. And Eustace on the ground. Got a ton of pace, this number 47. Ball out of bounds on that half-forward line for Carlton, about 70 metres around from their goal. Mackay got the tap down, but there we see Stoneham with a poor kick. Picked up by Aspen. His one is not much better. Back there to Neale. Daniher gets tagged and pushed to the ground. And finally we see Mackay trying to get it out, but the umpire said it'll be a ball up. Fowler's come out possibly because he wants some treatment. There looks like he might have got one in the eye. Ball knocked out by Torbett, picked up by Bazusto, but the umpire said there was interference to Torbett. He'll take the free kick out there at half back. Kick by Torbett, it's a high one. There we see Madden in front, went for a tap out, but at the back of the pack, or the front of the pack was Aspin, gets a kick down, finally kicked up by Fowles. Up there towards the half-forward line, Harms comes across, dropped the mark. Reed goes down, tries to tap it out, but finally picked up there by Marquezani. A hurried kick back towards the centre of the ground, kicked off the ground by Stoneham. They look a bit more determined at the moment, as we see Fowles kick it back there, but a good mark to Southby over the top of short. Yeah, looks like it's his contact lens causing trouble, so must be looking for another one for him. Probably oiling it. Okay, a mark there to Johnson at half-back. So the score, still 2 goals, 3-15 Essendon. The Carlton 1 goal, 7 points. 22 minutes gone of this first quarter. Picked up by Bahajar. Back there towards Daniher, knocked out by Dill. Picked up by Hawker. The ball shot back there towards the full forward position. This could make it. Now it bounces the wrong way at the wrong time, and it's out of bounds in the forward pocket position.
So a boundary throw-in. 22.5 minutes gone. Fowler still in the hands of the trainers down there. Nothing one-eyed about him. A little bit of a nudge out there. Free kick going Howell's way to Harms, who with Fitzpatrick, probably Carlton's best player at the moment. Kick dropping short. Johnston, seeing that it was doing such, chips in for the mark. Johnston at centre half back, which is a strange place for him to be. Fowler still receiving treatment, but back with Johnston as he takes his kick. That's not a long one either. Only gets just to the edge of the centre square line. Andrews with the big punch, but hits it straight to Malin. Malin breaks clear. Could be a goal coming up for Carlton. Marquezani steadies and shoots at goal. Looks good. 4 points. Trick taken by Ashman. Well shepherded by Sheldon. A long kick by the little rover up towards full forward. A nudge out occurred there. Free kick to Carlton. David Mackay to take it. And for Mackay, well within kicking distance. He's directly in front of goal and only about 35 metres out. I think that was pretty self-explanatory. That's the distance. Mackay directly in front. Doesn't often miss these. What's he done with that one? Goal.
The bounces. Knocked out by Fitzpatrick again. Ordinarily a kick off the ground by Sheldon. He goes down. They get into his back. Finally knocked out by Hawker. Grabbed by Malin. A good hand pass over there to Ashman. Ashman gets it out wide. Looking there for McConnell. Got the right bounce. He gets away nicely from Terry Daniher. Out there at half forward. It goes for a kick across towards centre half forward. Flying high was Madden. Picked up by Torbett. Back it goes to centre field. There's a mark to Armstrong. A quick hand pass over to Fitzpatrick, Carlton's best player. Punched out by Torbett. Back there to Terry Daniher on his own. Kick out wide. Chance for Bahajar to mark. Comes from behind the pack. Goes for a hand pass. A good one out there to Nagel on his own. Goes for a short pass. There's Southby against Schultz. And Schultz has got a bit of trouble with him because he's one of the most accomplished defenders in the business. Ball out of bounds on that half-forward line for Essendon. Fitzpatrick again against Vanderhaar. Fitzpatrick tapped it out, looking for Armstrong. Armstrong's got it out there at half-back now. Left foot kick around there towards the wing position. Bahajar going after it, bounced the wrong way to the off break or a leg break that time, and the ball is out of bounds up towards the centre wing position. Carlton 3-1-19 to Essendon 2-3-15, and we're 26 minutes into this first quarter. Sheldon, by golly, this fella's been playing well lately too, and it's another good game so far as the ball goes out of bounds. This time it is on the wing position on the outer side. A big crowd here today, round about the 35,000. Coming off the ground now is Schultz, and he'll be replaced by Thompson, number 34. Ball back into play again. Once again, it's Fitzpatrick getting it down, but intercepted this time by Fowles of Essendon. Back it goes to Crow. They all missed that. We see Vanderhaar getting a hand pass out, not a good one. And finally, there's too many defenders there for Carlton. Picked up by English. Back to Sheldon. Back there to Armstrong. Ball out of bounds. It'll be a penalty free kick to Essendon. A bit of bad luck for Carlton that time because there wasn't an Essendon player within Cooey. And Fowles will take that free kick out there towards the centre wing position. Just on the 27-minute mark. And Carlton in front by 4 points at the moment. Very low scoring first quarter. Vanderhaar in front. Crows there. Punched away by Dool. Grabbed here by Bahajar. A hand pass to Hawker. Not a very good kick, and intercepted again by Southby. And of course Southby made his comeback to Carlton. He dropped that mark. He didn't pay it, so it's out of bounds.
I thought Southby held that long enough.
So did I.
Vanderhaar and Dool. Dool wins on this occasion. The doormat breaks clear. and gets plenty of distance at his kick as well. McClure at the back of Andrews. Great mark. Playing on straight away. Carlton left half forward. Bazosto in front of Daniher, who's had the better of him, I thought, so far. Oh, shocking kick. Goodness me. That was terrible. Stoneham from Neale. Crow, who's kicked one goal, flies high. And a clever knock on to Bahaja. He gets steady and goal from there. 35 metres out. Puts it in and has put it through for 4 points. Great goal with Tony Bahaja. Set up by Max Crow. Essendon 3-3-21. Carlton 3-1-19.
A bit of bad luck there, Peter. It bounced the wrong way for Southie and gave Bahaja a complete run at the ball and a clear run.
You don't need to give that little guy too many opportunities.
No, you don't. And it was a nice shot for goal.
And as I mentioned, well tapped on by Max Crow. 28 minutes have gone in the first quarter. It's 2 points the difference now, 19-21. Umpire Robinson putting the ball down in the centre of the Princes Park Arena, which is not too bad. Madden and Fitzpatrick neither get it effectively out of the centre. Harms. Missing the mark is Terry Daniher. He's got plenty of time. Well shepherded by Andrews. He's come across the field to the press box wing. Looking out there for Neale Clark, and he's found him. Caught with the ball by Lenihan. Play on, Sheldon. Sheldon into the pocket. Talbot will get there first, but the ball beats him over the boundary line for a throw.
Well, that was a funny bit of play on the part of Clark. He had a clear run, and he went back to meet the Carlton guy. He went there looking for trouble. There's the siren to end the first quarter, and at quarter time we see the Bombers in front by 2 points. 3 goals, 3-21 to Carlton, 3 goals.
Big crowd. Coming in to bounce the ball, umpire Ian Robinson. Mike Fitzpatrick having a particularly good first quarter. Essendon had to swing Simon Madden on. He didn't get that one away from Sheldon. Picked up by Mark Azani, who tries to get it into the clear. Not having any success, and the umpire has decided to ball it up. Ground in particularly good condition in view of the rain we've had. Madden to Bahaja. Better ruck work from Essendon. Former West Australians kick, though, not very far. Watson with the punch on. Southby in the thick of things for Carlton. And I think we'll see a ball up in that mud heap down there.
I must say that last week with the younger umpires, we didn't have so many ball-ups.
Comments from Lou Richards.
Well, I think you'll agree with me.
Yes, but it's good to see the umpires back, Lou.
I'm not. I didn't say that.
I know you didn't. I said it.
Didn't even infer it.
English. Fowler. Here's a chance for McConville to try and pick the ball up. He's got plenty of opposition down there, though, from Terry Daniher, who played particularly well in the first quarter. In fact, so did his brother Neale. Boundary throw in about 35 metres out from goal. Knocked down by Talbot. Ashman, who played well in the first turn likewise, almost caught by Watson. That kick slewing off the side of the boot in towards the forward pocket, and the good mark taken by McClure.
Well, actually, he's on top of Andrews at the moment because Andrews is playing from behind all the time with him.
And McClure has taken a couple of good
That's
grabs.
Right.
Mark McClure, about 35 to 40 metres out. The distance shouldn't worry him, but he is on a fair angle. In he comes for the kick, attempting to bring up his first goal and Carlton's fourth. On its way, looks okay from here. 1 goal, 3-21.
Well, this has been the pattern of the game so far. Carlton seemed to start off all right, then Essendon bounced back. Carlton come back into it again, then finally we see the Bombers going out at the finish okay. But the pattern of Essendon's play this year, Pete, they've been finishing on well every last quarter, haven't they?
They certainly have. Second quarter, 2¼ minutes gone.
Centre bounce again. It's Simon Madden against Sheldon that time. Finally cleared away by Jimmy Watson down there towards that centre half forward. A good knock on this. Crow messed that one up. Dill's got it. Dropped the ball, but the umpire said it's okay. It'll be a ball up about 40 metres out from the Essendon goal. They're trailing by 4 points at the moment. This should be a ding-dong struggle all day today. Knocked out by Daniher. Pushed away again by Harms. Then again by Southby. Back to Sheldon. Lost that one. Threw it out the back. But the umpire gave him the benefit of the doubt. Back it goes there towards Merritt. He pouts on the ball. They're all having a bit of a dash there, and the umpire's going to ball it up right on the edge of the square. I think he might throw this one up, but let's see what he does with it. Yes, he's going to throw it up. Madden coming in with Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick got it down again. Umpire's found a free kick. It'll go to Wells. Back on the ground again after being taken off as an interchange player in the early part of the first quarter. Andrews comes in, pounces on the ball, gets a wide open space to run, looks for Crowe. Crowe spoilt that time by Dool, having a great battle. They both go down. Oh, well grabbed by Dool that time from Neale. Umpire said grabbed when he didn't have the ball. That was a bit doubtful, that one.
I was going to ask you, what did you think of that?
Over to Thompson. Oh, that's a good tackle again. Carlton tackling wise. We see Neale clear. Goes for a long kick up there towards the full forward zone. Talbot coming across the market. Couldn't hold that one. Picked up by Howe. Over to Fitzpatrick, playing a great captain's game at the moment. The ball is out of bounds. Out of bounds on that forward pocket position, about 35 metres around from the Essendon goal. Well, he's got a suspected broken hand, but it's not affecting his play today, Fitzpatrick. Ball knocked out by Merritt. In goes Daniher. Lost sight of that one. Picked up by English. And he's a real dasher from that back pocket position. He drives the ball back there towards the half-forward line. Daniher flies. Pouncing on the ball now is Lenihan. Lenihan's chased by Fowler. Hit the jumper hurdle that time, but finally picked up by Andrews. They all step aside when he goes through. As the ball comes back there towards that wing position, a good mark to Kenny Sheldon. Been one of Carlton's best players. The umpire called play, and it must have been touched off the boot. And finally, Sheldon's kick is out of bounds. There'll be a penalty free kick down there to Fowler at half-back as we approach the 5-minute mark of the second quarter. And the Carlton in front by 4 points. Fitzpatrick missed that one at the back of the pack. Eustace there goes down, tries to get a hand pass. Didn't have much chance of doing that. Finally, it's picked up by English again. And I think his kick is out of bounds. Another penalty free kick will go out there to Fowler again on that half-back flank for Essendon.
Penalty to Essendon, almost in the identical position. Same player. Jimmy Buckley, number 16. Fowler with the free kick. Hunter at the back, couldn't take the mark. English.
That's 3 he's put out in a row, but that time was touched, Pete.
It was. So a boundary throw-in will take place on the centre wing, right in front of the Lady Di stand. Fitzpatrick and Madden. Ashman. By gee, it's crowded over there. And subsequently, nobody having any success in getting it out of the pack at all. And the umpire has decided to ball it up. Knocked down by Fitzpatrick, taken by Watson, who's been fairly quiet so far in the match. Sheldon tries the torpedo punt quick, gets plenty of distance in that. David Mackay flies with Talbot. Terry Daniher's there. Knock on, and it's over the boundary line once again for a throw-in. Actually, the wind earlier I thought was blowing across the ground, but Mackay got a heavy one there, obviously, but it does seem to be favouring the scoreboard end, judging by the flags on top of it. Up is McClure, likewise Mackay. Free kick to Essendon, I would think. On the bottom of that little stack up is Talbot, who got one right in the mush. Bahaja. A shocking kick. Into centre field. Marcazani to Neale. Watson looks for Reed, couldn't find him, kicks it off the ground himself instead. Out comes McConville, loses the ball. Races on now to try and pick it up. English gets it to Sheldon. Oh, gets offloaded well and truly right into the mud by Neale. Ball in the meantime booted up towards half forward, and a fine mark brought in by Max Crowe, doing well up on the forward line for the Bombers. Crowe's already kicked one goal, a little bit further out than when he kicked the first. That was at the opposite end of the ground and on a slight angle. Interchange being effected for Carlton. Buckley to come on.
They've switched Daniher, or they've switched Dool off Daniher, and they've put Hunter on him, Pete.
Back with Max Crowe. Not a bad sort of a shot. One goal.
Bowles. The ball back into attack for Essendon again. There's a chance for Merritt. Couldn't hold that mark. 3 Essendon players as Eustace pounces on the ball. Goes for a kick. It's off the side of the boot. It's going for the boundary line. They all miss that one. Howe pounces on top of it. They jump on his head that time, Merritt. The umpires could play a free kick. It could go to Howe for one in the head. Yes, he's getting the free kick down there in the back pocket position. Well, he made the attempt to go for the ball, and of course, he's reaping the benefit now. Down there in that back pocket position. Boots the ball back over the half-back line. Falls a bit short. A chance for Fitzpatrick. Couldn't attempt to mark. Bazusto overruns the ball. This allows Stoneham to drive it around there. Coming in is Bahaja. Knocked away by English. In chips Hunter. Breaks through the pack. Overhand pass back to Howe. Howe's kick is out wide. Coming in to meet it now. They all stopped. Daniher could have picked it up. Finally, Madden gets a hand pass back to Andrews. Move over. And look at that for brute strength. And he misses the ball. Finally, it's picked up by Daniher. This fella's having a great day today at the moment. Now he's clear. A kick down there towards the half-forward line for Hajar. Oh, got one around the neck. He'll get a free kick. No doubt about that. One foot out of mine. Little Hajar's on that half-forward line about 60 metres out from goal. Well, there's no doubt he'll be going for a short pass. It's okay to mark to use in a better position, more centre. The centre half-forward. Made hard work of that one, goes for a long kick.
15-metre penalty.
Well, there's a chance now because the Ashman went over the line, but Ashman said he went off the mark, so he was doing the right thing, but the umpire's in charge. And, of course, this gives Eustace the real chance now. He's dead in front, only about 40 metres out from goal, if that. Just watching that Andrews go through. He gets plenty of space when he goes through, but he had a fresh air that side. I think he was a bit tight after running about 20 yards. Here he goes now, Eustace. That's a very good kick indeed, a goal.
And hand very heavily bandaged. Fitzpatrick trying the torpedo punt kick. Beautiful torpedo down towards full forward. Fowler got one a little bit too high. Buckley out towards McClure, who shoots at goal, looking for Ashman there, and through for one behind. Carlton now 4 goals 2. That's 26, trailing Essendon by 7 points. Torbin is the fullback with the ball. McClure in front. Bazasto over towards Marcazani, who shoots at goal. Off target, well off target, out of bounds on the full. Penalty to Essendon to be taken by Stephen Torbin. These two sides currently favourites to take part in the grand final. I don't think anybody would argue, especially with the way they've played the game today. Standard of football very, very high indeed. In front, Andrews. It's the first time he's outmarked McClure today. Goes for the handball. Nagel from left half back, driving Essendon forward. Looking for Daniher. Hunter is there. Looks for the mark. Hasn't been paid it. It's a boundary throw-in.
I reckon it was nearly a mark.
The umpire didn't think so. He was on the wrong side to possibly judge that one. Hunter had the ball between himself and the fence. Getting nudged over was Fitzpatrick. Eustace tries the handball. Not effective. Still has it. Now he gets it out. Too high, says the umpire, and the free kick will go, let's see. Ashman. Big pack of players set themselves. Buckley's on the bottom of that. That's his first touch for the match. He's just come onto the field. Carlton player got ridden into the ground and will take the free kick, and could have got a 15-metre penalty, Johnston. He's at right half forward. Torbin with the big punch. Neale Daniher going through as McConville. He's been very quiet today. In fact, I'd guess that's about his first kick. Mackay. David Mackay, on the other hand, has already kicked 2 goals for Carlton and has been certainly their most effective forward, with Bazasto being well held, and as I mentioned, McConville likewise. David Mackay, 35 metres out, pretty well directly in front.
Fitzpatrick again. He's dominated the knockouts from the centre. It's knocked out to Stoneham now. Going after Stoneham is Marcazani's in trouble. It's a bad hand pass. Watson's in front of Bazasto. Got one in the back, or the back of the neck. And Watson will take that free kick out there towards the edge of the square, towards half back. Watson's kick is a long one over the half-forward line. A chance for English to mark, but there's Daniher, punched away by Hunter. It hits the deck again. Plenty of scrimmaging going on there. No one can really take control as Buckley gets a wild kick out there, and Ashman drops the mark. Still can't pick it up. Sheldon, I should say. A hand pass back. That's a bad one. Picked up by Nagel, and the Bombers go back into attack now. There's Dool and Crow. Crow got his hands to it, couldn't hold the mark. He goes down. Dool backing up. Tries to find South, but he falls on top of the ball, and the umpire's going to ball it up out there at half forward for Essendon, about 50 metres out from their goal.
Dool's in a little bit of trouble.
Well, that's a bit of bad luck for them because he's a great defender. Looks as though he's hurt his hand. Back it goes to Bahajar. A hurried kick towards the goal, but it's off target. It'll be out of bounds on the full, and a penalty free kick to go down there to Howe. Dill still in a bit of trouble. Looks as though it's his hand.
And his ankle.
Well, let's hope that he doesn't go off for Carlton's sake.
His boot's off. I'd say he's coming off for certain, Lou.
Ball back into play again. Back there towards that half-back line. Merritt got into the back of Fitzpatrick. Oh, there's a free kick to Carlton. That's a Carlton, no doubt about that, to Wells. Dill coming off the ground. It looks as though it is his hand or his wrist.
Well, why has he got his boot off?
Well, his boot might be hurting. I don't know, Pete. Punched away by Terry Daniher. Pushed away from Bazzusto. Terry Daniher again. A lot of dash. The ball back out there. A chance for harm. The ball knocked away by Hawker. Down they go. We see players falling over. Madden's the one to go down. Picked up by English. English kicks the ball back to Marquezani. A good mark. Armstrong on the ground. As the ball comes back out there towards Stoneham. He's grabbed by Bazzusto. Gets it over to Hawke. And I think it's Fowler it is. And he'll get a free kick for a push in the back. Free kick to Fowler out there at half-back. The Bombers in front by 1 point. They're 33 to Carlton 32. Ball back there towards Vanderhart. The back of the pack is Hawker. He couldn't get near it. They pile up there on the umpire. Oh, there'll be a free kick, Neale. Against Hunter. Getting a bit frustrated. And, of course, the umpire's going to ball it up at half-forward for Essendon.
1 point the difference. Doyle in a little bit of bother down there in the trainer's box. The umpire has found a free kick going Carlton's way, and it will be taken by Johnston. Johnston is at right half-back. Looking for McClure, who's got plenty of opposition. Knocked down to Malin. McClure's handball is effective. Up towards Armstrong. A little bit too slow to get rid of it, Barry Armstrong. Mackay comes in to assist him. Has infringed by pushing an Essendon player in the neck. That player is Terry Daniher, and he will take the resultant free kick at centre half-back. He's come across towards the press box wing. Nagel flies high in front of, or behind Malin, who was grabbed incidentally. Picked up by Nagel, showing plenty of determination. Stoneham, well shepherded. Bombers into attack again. He's looking for Crow. Fitzpatrick with one hand. That was his right one. Eustace, he's already kicked one. Can't get the bounce. 5 metres out, still can't get the bounce. Southby dives on top of the ball. And umpire Ian Robinson has no option but to ball it up. Bad luck for Essendon and Eustace that he couldn't get that bounce, because I've no doubt that it would have been a goal. Hawker off and Schultz on. Eustace again. Or thrown out towards Folds. Buckley. Players reeling out of that pack there. Plenty of weight being used, which has been the case right throughout the day. But by and large, it's been a pretty fair encounter. Ball up in the forward pocket for Essendon. Madden and Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick again going with the right hand and wins out. He's still playing a great game, though, the Carlton captain. Bazzusto, well down today and well held. Merritt to Stoneham, to Reid. Reid's clear. Bahaja, or should have taken the mark. McConville, late on the scene, nudged him in the back. Armstrong's lackadaisical handball finds McConville, who's been moved to defence with Dool off the ground. Johnston, too slow. Folds, well caught. Carlton tackling well. Buckley towards centre half forward. Great mark taken down there by Fowler. Fowler is at centre half back for Essendon. Bombers looking a class side at the moment, but they can't shake Carlton clear. Merritt. Johnston, a screamer! That was a great mark. If this guy fires, Carlton will really be in business. He's gone for a short pass, looking down there to Mackay as he got the mark.
Yep.
David Mackay, Carlton's, could I say, only forward at the moment. Now Johnston coming off and Lenihan coming on, so Parker is swinging the changes fast and furious.
Mackay can nearly kick it for me with the wind right behind him, Pete.
Let's see how he goes. David Mackay, look at that for a kick. Beautiful kick for a goal. Park, 19 minutes gone, second term.
Bahajo out to Reid. They go back into attack. That's well smothered by English. Picked up by Marquezani. Runs into trouble, but breaks clear at centre half back. It's a long kick up there towards centre half forward. Over the top of the pack again. Terry Daniher goes down. Cop front from Wells. That's Aspen spinning out of the pack. Back to Bazzusto. This looks dangerous, but it's off target. It'll go through for 1 point. So it's out of bounds. I think it could be out of bounds. So the score is still the same. Carlton 5 points in front. 38 plays 33. So there we see Fitzpatrick. He's the best player on the ground, I would say. Fitzpatrick, as he goes for a short pass. It's a beauty. He's found Mackay, who's already kicked 4 goals. Not about kicking this one, because he's really kicking into the breeze. It's blowing across the ground. He's a mighty kick. There's a good kick again, but this time the breeze brings it back. And the ball is out of bounds in the forward pocket position, so we'll see a throw in right against the Carlton point post. Carlton at the moment a 6-2 to Essendon 5-3. Madden got that knockout. Fowler juggled the ball, knocked out by Terry Daniher. That's Aspen coming out of the pack. He's grabbed by Daniher. Umpire said holding the ball. He had no chance whatsoever that time. I don't blame Aspen going through. So the free kick will go down there to Daniher. Terry Daniher's kick is out there towards that half-back line. Coming in to meet it now is Crow, punched away by Fitzpatrick over to Buckley. A bad kick by Buckley. It beats about 5. McClure lost this, allows Andrews to pick it up. Another long hand pass to Vanderhart, tapped down there, but the umpire's found a free kick. And the free kick will go to Reed out there at half-back downfield. His kickers are back to centre field. A chance for Bahaja to mark. He didn't drop that one. He's played the mark. Hand pass coming over now. It's a long one. Over towards Neale Daniher. In a bit of trouble. Bazusto and Daniher having a great battle. Oh, brilliant play on the part of Daniher. What a magnificent player that fellow is. Up there towards Schultz. Grabbed by Thompson. His hand pass is not a good one. It's intercepted by Howe. By golly, he's a great player, that Neale Daniher, as we see Watson take the mark. And the ball shot back there towards the full forward position. Flying at the back was Merritt. And the ball finally forced out of bounds in the forward pocket position, about 20 metres around from the Essendon goal. The score at the moment, 6-2-38 Carlton to Essendon 5-3-33. And we're about 21 and a half minutes into this second quarter. Ball picked up by Eustace, a snap for goal. But it's off target and it's out of bounds, and a penalty free kick to English down there on the back pocket. No, it's going to be a throw-in.
I thought it was out on the floor. Must have been touched.
The boot. Well, no, they were.
5 points the difference. Knocked down by Fitzpatrick. I'm sick of saying that. Armstrong well caught with the ball. Armstrong has another go. This time almost gets it out to Malin. And a boundary throw-in. On this occasion, I don't think there'll be any dispute at the decision. Fitzpatrick again from Folds. Snaps at goal. Was that touched? It was marked on the line by Hunter.
It was touched too, Pete.
Yes, thought so.
Yeah, it was touched on off the boot.
So one behind to Essendon. 5-4 to 6-2. 4 points the difference. What a great game we're witnessing here this afternoon. We hope you're enjoying it wherever you're watching throughout Australia. Fitzpatrick, my choice, is best on the ground at the moment.
No doubt about that. It's his 9th kick, Pete.
Plus innumerable knockouts. Knock on by Bazusto from centre field. Nagel diving on the ball. Likewise is Malin, and I think on the bottom of that is Kenny Sheldon. And the umpire has decided to ball it up. Not even discard the overcoat soon. The sun's coming out. It's a rarity in Melbourne in August. Fitzpatrick. Umpire says a free kick to the Carlton skipper. Kick number 10. Short pass to centre half forward. Reed can't take it. Mackay, for whom it was intended, was too late on the scene. Now Mackay has a chance to get the handball out. Bahaja intercepting. He ran into Ashman. Markazani's in the bottom of that little stack up. Goes out towards Sheldon again. Sheldon, a long shot at goal. And the mark taken down there by Stoneham, right in the back pocket. Hawker coming on now. Both coaches swinging the interchange players on and off the bench with monotonous rapidity. And not only that, they're doing it quickly. Stoneham. Crow and McClure. Nagel won't get there first. Goes to his teammate. That's out of bounds from Folds, I think, is it? Yes, on the full. And the penalty will go to Carlton.
No, I think it was out of bounds when he kicked it.
So that will mean a boundary throw-in back about 30 metres. The boundary umpire making his way to that position. Fitzpatrick in front of Crow. Fitzpatrick still palmed it down well. Bahaja put his head down and will get the free kick. Nagel from the half-back line. Gets it back towards centre field. Oh, the high flyer down there was Merritt. Playing on well. To full forward. Knocked away from Torben, who's been moved up to that position for Essendon, and it will be out of bounds. The throw-in will take place in front of the Carlton Social Club stand. Torben in front. Howe comes in. English actually does the ruck work. It was a long boundary throw-in.
Well, the Bombers are robbing Peter to play Paul. They've got Simon Madden playing down there at full back now on Mackay, Peter.
They're not making much headway as Bahaja has a snapshot for goal and has just missed. Hunter making a valiant attempt to stop it, but it's one behind, and that makes the difference 3 points, 38-35.
And we're just about at the 25-minute mark of this second quarter. Ball goes out there now up to McConville. Finally gets the ball over there to Markazani. Another one to Sheldon. Carlton looking a bit good at the moment. Sheldon getting away from Hawker. Goes for a long kick up there towards the full forward zone. A chance for Daniher to mark. And Terry Daniher takes a good mark down there in the back pocket. I don't go along with that move of placing Madden down there on Mackay because he's kicked 4 goals. He's the only ruckman they've got, really. Back it goes to Neale Daniher, and he always gets away out to his brother Terry. Terry's in a bit of bother. Ah, nice balk that time, and the ball finally back there towards the Essendon half-back line. Tapped away nicely by Crow and picked up by Fowles. Goes for a short pass trying to find Eustace on the boundary line, but it beats him and it's out of bounds. No, it's back in play. If that wasn't it, I'll give the game away. The boundary umpire was a mile away, and the umpire's going to play a free kick against Essendon. It'll go against Merritt, and the free kick to go to English down there in the back pocket. Was out of bounds by a mile. Fowles goes for a one-hander against Mail, and incidentally, Mail has been a pretty quiet player today. Fowles is well on top of him. He's only had 1 kick. Much bigger player, of course. Well, they all lost that. The umpire said it'll be a free kick to Crow. Fitzpatrick was hanging on that time. That's about the first time that Fitzpatrick's been beaten for a knockout. Short pass, too long there to Hawker, coming in as Daniher. He just shrugged his opponent off that time, kicks the ball up there looking for Torbett. Can he mark it? Got under that one. Howell's one on his back. He goes down. Torbett tries to get out. Umpire's giving plenty of latitude there, and it's finally forced through for 1 point. The Carlton crowd said dropping the ball, but the umpire didn't pay that, so it's 6-2-38 Carlton to Essendon 5-6-36. So it's 2 points the difference. The ball back into play again. Andrews at the back goes for the big punt, successful that time. They go for Bahaja, running to an open goal, fires, but he's off target, the little budgie, and it's through for another point. So it's only a point the difference at the 27-minute mark. 6 goals, 2-38 Carlton to Essendon 5-7-37.
Essendon putting together a string of behinds. They've kicked 4 in a row. Harms from fullback will go towards the outer side. And what a beautiful kick, Wayne Harms. In towards the centre. Max Crow knocks it on, taken by Bahaja. At centre half forward, nobody can bring it down. Hawker folds. That'll be no mark. It didn't travel 10 metres. Nice claim by Peter McConville, but a little bit silly when you think about it. Malin out towards Armstrong, and the mark taken by Rod Ashman. Barely travelled the required 10 metres as well. Stoneham in front of Wells. Wells has been pretty quiet. Haven't seen much of him today. Socket off the ground. Down towards half forward. Terry Daniher should get there first. Looks for Fowler. Fowler's kick out towards the half-back line. Stoneham takes the grab as the half-time siren goes with the scores. Carlton 6 goals, 2-38, and Essendon Fox big lead. The third quarter now from Princes Park. It's 1 point the difference before a capacity crowd here, and what a game we've had so far. Fitzpatrick still doing well in the ruck. Essendon go forward through Timmy Watson, who's been a relatively quiet player today. Watson's kick, Crow! Crow has kicked 2 goals for Essendon so far, and has a chance to bring up his third from only about 25 metres out.
Dill's playing at half ball. I've got it around the wrong way, Pete.
Well, that's an interesting move made by David Parkin, but back with Max Crow as he takes this shot at goal. Looks all right from here. We'll wait on the goal umpire. Down towards the point of the square where it's almost picked up by Buckley. Reed. Handball ineffectual. Sheldon to right half forward. In fact, it's deep into the pocket out there, very close to the boundary line. In fact, it's now over, and we'll see a throw-in to take place about 35 to 40 metres out from goal.
Bruce Dewell injured just before half-time, back on the field again, now playing on the half-forward flank. There's the ball picked up by Watson. Been a pretty quiet play, but he started this third quarter off okay. Chance for Southby. That's a great mark over the top of Schultz. Southby making a comeback. Last week was his first game for quite a long time. And there's a good mark to Wayne Harms, who started off the first quarter in great form, but quietened down a bit in the second. But it's been a great game, the lead changing 6 times in the first half. Good mark to Malin. He's been swamped today by Fowles. I think that's about his second kick. And he was a very good player last week against Geelong. A long kick by Malin. Up there towards Bazasto. He's got the mark. And there he is. Bazasto.
He has to lift his game, Lou, if Carlton are going to win this match.
Well, he's been well covered. I think he's gone to the full forward position now, but he's a great mark. He's got Neale Daniher on him. But he's been down today so far, but he could easily kick this goal from about 25 metres out. What's he done with that? Is it coming around enough? No, 1 point. So we see the score, Essendon 6-7-43 to Carlton 6-3-39. Difference of 4 points, and we're at the 3-minute mark of the third quarter. Ball back into play again. It's a long kick out there towards Merritt. Merritt got the tap on that time, but Sheldon, he's been all over the place. He and Neale have had a great battle today. Honours about even with kicks and hand passes and the ball out of bounds. Not a very good kick by Sheldon. Sheldon's had a great season with Carlton. He's a player that is always in there having a go. Ball back into play again. Knocked out by Madden that time. Ball knocked out by Dill. Back there towards Ashman and Terry Daniher. I'm just wondering whether Simon Madden's in defence again. It'll be a free kick there to Terry Daniher against Ashman. Ashman not too happy about that. Quick hand pass coming over, and finally the ball taken away by Timmy Watson.
Watson's kicking towards the centre field area. Crow again flying high. Could have almost brought that one down. The umpire says he has done. And Max Crow taking the mark right on the point of the square. Crow, who's already kicked 3 goals for Essendon, but a very good player for them, and had a hand at another one. English roves it well from the pack to Malin. Kick number 3 for Phil Malin. To half forward, it's all Essendon. Mark taken by Terry Daniher. As usual, both Danihers contributing greatly to the Essendon cause. And it's a beautiful kick too by Daniher. Daniher at the back. Crow in front. Bad handball. I say bad because it ricocheted off the Carlton player's hands, but Hawker took it nevertheless. And the mark at fullback taken by English, who in turn gives it to Harms. Harms started off well in the first quarter, had a quiet second term. That kick around the wing, and the mark taken in front of Fowler by Jimmy Buckley. Buckley at right half-back flank tries the short pass. Plenty of Carlton players could take it. Peter McConville was the taller of the two. 15-metre penalty because the ball was knocked out of his hands by Merritt. He's looking for Madden. McClure's there, and what a great mark. Mark McClure, a superb grab, 35 metres out from goal. McClure has kicked one. And the goal here would put Carlton 2 points in front. Let's see how Mark McClure can line them up. Slight cross breeze at Princes Park. He'd need to aim slightly for the right goal post, which he has done. That's a goal. Mark McClure's set.
The ball's picked up by Eustace. He's grabbed by Wells. Finally, Buckley tries to get it out. Finally, Sheldon picks it up down there towards the Bazusto and Neale. Daniher having a great fun. Bazusto's got it. That's 2 great marks this quarter, but he missed the last shot from goal from a similar position. And Carlton in front at the moment by 2 points. This will put him 8 points in front if he's successful. About 6.5 minutes into this third quarter. Points in front, Carl. Knock this one, and he does to Bahajo. It's too long. Picked up by Neale. He's well tackled. Gets a hand pass out. Coming over to meet it now is Watson. He's starring in this third quarter. Look at him go. Till he's full of strength. A hand pass. It was a left hand. Oh, dropped by Fowler. Back there again. A bad one. Intercepted by Buckley. Back there towards centre half forward. And a good mark to Terry Daniher. And he's the star of the brothers today. He's played a very good game in defence. That's about 10 marks. And 10 kicks.
A 15-metre penalty to Terry Daniher, which will bring him up towards the point of the square. A wobbly torpedo punt kick. Intended for Max Crow, I think. English roves it well from the pack to Fitzpatrick. Best player in the first half. Gould. Carlton supporters find plenty of voice as Dool effects a neat ball, or it turned out to be the other way. Buckley. Andrews having all sorts of trouble trying to pick it up. Malin to Wells. Wells out towards left half forward, trying to find Ashman out there. Stodham sticking to him pretty closely, and the ball over the boundary line for a throw-in. This game reaching the heights I think most people expected it to get to. Now it's a free kick. Going Ashman's way. Rod Ashman at left half forward to take it for the Blues and put them deep into attack. Looking for Mackay. Fowler having all sorts of trouble trying to pick the ball up. Eventually he's successful in doing just that. Behind is Fitzpatrick. Free kick going Essendon's way for throwing the ball, I think. Phil Malin to take it, so kick number 4 for Malin, who's starting off the second half better than he fared in the first. Malin from the left half forward flank. Knocked down to Bahajar. Picked up by Ashman. He's right on the boundary line. Snaps it back towards the 10-metre square. McClure and Marquezani are in there for Carlton. Plenty of Essendon players likewise. In fact, there's about 14 of them on top of the ball. The umpire having no option but to ball it up right on the edge of the goal square. And Mark McClure the last man up. I hope they all weren't on top of him. Right on the edge of the square, sees Madden go for it and knock it toward the boundary line effectively, so it will now be a boundary throw-in right next to the point post. Still in the Carlton attacking zone. Mackay and Madden. Mackay won that one out. Stoneham, only a short kick. Neale tries to knock it forward. It goes to Dool. Off the side of the boot, out of bounds now. Just before Gary Folds could get to it, so once again a boundary throw-in. We're not really making much headway down there. Let's see how this one goes. Right in front of the Hawthorn top mark club. Mackay. Stoneham, and Stoneham finally gets a clearing kick for Essendon.
It's out there towards Merritt, goes for the mark, and he's taken the grab out there on that half-back flank position. 8 points the difference in favour of Carlton. 10 minutes into the third quarter. Merritt gets a kick back there towards the centre of the ground. A chance here for Daniher. He's got it. Takes the mark out there at the centre wing position. Quickly plays on. Over the centre half forward position. Crow coming in with Southby. Southby goes to the punch. Crow tries to shark it away. He'll be dropping the ball against him, and Crow's not too happy about it. Well, whatever Jeff Southby's done today, he's done the right thing all the time. He's played a very safe game. Daniher again, couldn't hold that mark. Stoneham pounced on the ball. Gets a hand pass out to Hawker. He fumbled. The Bombers are fumbling at the moment. Hunter in the thick of things there, and the umpire's going to ball it up down towards the Essendon centre half forward position. Peter said before, this ground's in excellent condition considering the rain we've had. Credit to the curator. Ball knocked to the ground. Stoneham tries to get through the pack as a fresh air shot that time. Ball forced out by Wells. Going after it as Reed taps it on. Sheldon's grabbed too high. That'll be a free kick to Sheldon. So they're doing pretty well, Carlton, at the moment. And the Bombers looking a little bit confused. Ball by Sheldon. Back there towards centre half forward. Pushed away by Terry Daniher. Bazasto's there too. Finally it comes to McClure. A kick back there looking for Buckley. He gets too high, but he taps it on. Back to Ashford. Runs into his own man. Now he's clear. He's kicked the goal. No word about it. Oh, good goal. Good play. He ran into Buckley. Then got himself into trouble, but got out of it quite okay. 9-3, 57 Carlton to Essendon 6-7-43.
Rhett Ashman bringing up his first goal at the 11-minute mark of the third quarter, and that's the biggest margin we've had between the two sides today. So Ashman fighting off opponents and also a teammate to bring up 2 flags on that occasion, and well played, one of Carlton's best in the match. 7th big lead from Princes Park, nearly 12 minutes gone in the third quarter. Carlton with a useful lead as McClure takes the ball from the centre circle. Madden and Mackay. Down to Buckley. Ball knocked on to Malin. Holding the ball or pushing the back. It's in the back. Malin to take the free kick. Malin is at centre half forward and will be having his 5th kick as Mackay makes the lead. Ashman flying off the carpet from Johnston, but it goes through for 1 point.
Well, they're on top at the moment, Carlton, playing a lot more confidence, Peter.
Confidence is the word. Bazasto plays with confidence. He's lifted his game in the third quarter, 58-43. Merritt to Hawker. Hawker's on the centre wing for Essendon. They badly need a goal at the moment. He's run his full 10 metres, goes for the long boot, which is good tactics. Looking for Talbot. Howell's there with him. In the back. Howell to take the free kick. No doubt about that. Howell right in the back pocket. Decides to go for the short pass. Effective. And Wayne Harms. Harms has played, he played a good first quarter. Went out of the picture a little bit in the second, but he's certainly in the thick of things in the third. Free kick against Sheldon, or is it going to Sheldon? It's going to Sheldon and was against Fowler, or is it the other way around? They both had a jostling match there. Sheldon has the ball. Or Bahaja, I should say. Bahaja centre wing. Big pack of players set themselves there. Southby comes down with the ball and gets it to Marcazani and turn over to Ashman, who's covering plenty of territory in the third quarter. Ashman tries the short pass out towards the wing position. Malin's lifted his game in this quarter. To Wells, Carlton the light at the moment. Wells, not a particularly good kick to Dool, who drops the ball like a hot potato. Or through it. Free kick to Essendon. Neale Daniher, the recipient. Bahaja in front of Ashman. Bahaja is on the centre wing position. He thought about the handball once or twice or 3 times, and now he decides to kick it. Stoneham. Crowe on his own. Crowe well within kicking distance. Now Crowe has kicked 3 goals so far today and has a chance to bring up number 4. He hasn't kicked it behind so far, so Max Crowe certainly has his right kicking boots on. Let's see how he goes with this one. It would be a very valuable one for the Bombers, so the pressure right on him. 9-4 to 6-7 the scoreboard at the moment. Max Crowe 35 metres out, has missed when the pressure is on. He couldn't convert, and that is one behind. In fact, it was lucky to get a score at all. 6-8-44. Essendon still trailing Carlton. 9-4, 58.
14 points the difference. We approach the 15-minute mark of this third quarter. Harms to bring the ball back into play. He's gone for a short pass. It's okay, and he's found Hal down there in the back pocket position. A hand pass coming back to Harms. He's grabbed. Nearly holding the ball. The umpire said play on plenty of latitude as he gets a hand pass back to Southby. And that defence is standing up well for Carlton. Ball pushed away by Fowler. Down goes Marquezani. In goes Buckley, runs into trouble. But Buckley gets one back as a go now for Fowles. He's grabbed by Neale, and the umpire said he had no hope whatsoever, and it'll be a ball up on the centre wing position. Interchange player coming on, Merritt coming up, and we see going onto the ground as Thompson. Fitzpatrick against... that was Talbot that came off the ground. Merritt went for that time, and finally we see the umpire balling it up again. Talbot off the ground. And of course, we've got Simon Madden playing in defence on Mackay, and Mackay kicked 4 goals. I think Madden might be coming back on the ball again. There it goes again. Merritt got that tap out to the wrong man. Picked up that time by Marquezani. Down there towards the full forward position. Punched away again. Down towards Simon Madden. Duels there. It's pushed out now. And finally picked up by Stone. He goes for a pass. Too long. It'll be a penalty free kick to Carlton. Too long for Neale that time, and Sheldon to take the free kick. He and Neale have had a very good battle at it, but I'd say Sheldon's on top of it. There's a shocking kick and a beautiful mark to Johnson, but to no avail. So Stoner to take the free kick down there in the back pocket, a penalty one. Essendon in trouble. They're trailing by 14 points at the moment. Crowe coming in for the mark, went for the big punch. Too many Carlton players. There we see Marlon spin it to Merritt that time. Back it goes again. Crowe gets a hand pass to Bahaja. He's bundled. Picked up by Buckley. A nice spin out of the pack. Up there towards Bazasto. Bazasto, and we see Hawker. Kicked off the ground by Aspin, and he's put it through and out of bounds. Out of bounds in that free kick. Free kick. It'll be a free kick to Aspin. Or it could be Bazasto.
Bazasto's got it, look.
Yeah, because that was interference that time, I think, with, was it Hawker? Or it might have been Daniher. We can't pick it up. I think it might have been Hawker, the boy that did the damage. I think it was Hawker that got onto his back. Now, Bazasto's only about 15 metres out. This will put him 20 points in front. What's the result? A goal. So it's 20 points in favour of Carlton now. Carlton 10-4, 64 to Western 6-8, 44. And we're at the 17-minute mark of this third quarter, and things are not looking too hot for the Bombers now, Peter.
Carlton have kicked 4 goals this term to Essendon 1. The story indeed for this quarter is on the scoreboard as the runner speaks to Bruce Dool. Under the back line, I would reckon, because...
well, he hasn't been too hot down there on the forward line.
No.
He made a couple of mistakes.
Wouldn't have mattered anyway at the moment, because Carlton are playing the better football. Certainly Essendon will have to tighten their defence, and their forward line will have to improve as well. Watson would need to lift his game for 1. Harms going to the forward pocket. 20 points the difference in the third term. 64 plays 44 on 7th big league from Princes Park. Knocked down by Fitzpatrick. And Fitzpatrick and Merritt having a little bit of a box on there in the centre field area. Fitzpatrick's down. The boundary umpire comes in to remonstrate as play goes on downfield. McConville to Wells. Gathers it in well in front of Gary Folds and puts the Blues into attack yet again. It's a left half forward. Andrews went for the big bump. Terry Daniher's on the bottom of that lot. And it looks like mud wrestling out there. Umpire decides to ball it up. Now it's a free kick going Carlton's way, and it will be taken. Jimmy Buckley has it. He's giving it over to Mayle. So Mayle to take the free kick from the centre wing position. Now he plays on. Gets it down towards the centre half forward position for Carlton. Bazasto in front. Stoneham. Tries to go through, the ball knocked into the open. Here's a chance for a Carlton goal. McClure off the carpet, one behind. So 4-3. Carlton have kicked this quarter for a total of 65 points, 10 goals, 5. Essendon 6-8, 44. The Bombers trailing by 21 as the ball comes back towards Simon Madden and Mackay. In fact, Essendon haven't done too much at all since Madden went off the ball. Now the umpire has found a free kick. He's talking to Rod Ashman down there. So the ball will be brought back. And it will be, I think, kicked in again.
I think Ashman and Fowler were having a bit of a tussle there, Peter, and the umpire's told him to cool it.
Might be good advice. And speaking of that, it's getting a little bit cooler here at the moment at Princes Park. Reid and Malin. Reid has it, but right on the boundary line. He's tackled when not in possession and will get a free kick given against him. It's going to Phil Malin, who's had a very good third quarter. Malin is right on the centre wing position and will put Carlton once again deep into attack. The Blues doing all the attacking so far in the third quarter. Essendon have only kicked the one goal. Andrews from behind with the punch. Stoneham looks for the handball. Neale having all sorts of trouble trying to gather it in. Gets covered by Buckley, but too high, I would have thought. Neale with the free kick. Neale was at centre-half back now for Essendon. Looks for Bahaja. McConville is with him. On the bottom is Foles. McConville beats them all. Plays on. Threw it out into the open. Fitzpatrick to Hunter. Hunter not wasting any time. One of those wobbly punt kicks that he puts into play. McClure clear of Andrews. To Buckley. More danger for Essendon. Buckley goes for the long kick down towards full forward. Looking for Bazasto. He's almost got it. Was he interfered with?
Free kick win, Peter.
In the back, says the umpire. No doubt about that.
I don't care what they say about Buckley. The Carlton crowd love him, don't they?
Bazasto.
Yeah, I'd say they do.
Well, he's having a very good third quarter. He's lifted his game, and Carlton playing suitably well. 20 metres out. One goal. Bazasto, 3 goals. All of those have come this quarter. Carlton looking pretty good. 11-5, 71 to Essendon 6-8, 44.
Well, that's a good lead now, 27 points, and of course the Bombers have got the reputation of coming home like a house on fire in that last quarter, but the odds are against them now. Bazasto kicking 3 goals for this quarter.
They need to really get a rattle on if they're to come home and defeat Carlton.
Well, Carlton also, Peter, are gathering more confidence as they go along too, and they're taking a lot of chances and they're coming up.
A new ball being used after that one was kicked into Royal Parade. We're now at the 22-minute mark of the third term. 71 plays 44.
Once again, it's Merritt against Fitzpatrick, who's dominated those centre bounces. Merritt got that one out. Back there towards Marcasani and Reid. Finally, it's Dill picking it up, but he's not having much luck today. Tapped on by Southby, forced down there again. Oh, going through is Neale Daniher. And Dill's in there again. A bit of a scrap up here, and the umpire's going to ball it up. This time it's on Essendon's half-forward line, about 55 metres out from their goal. And they're finding it very difficult to score goals at the moment, the Bombers. Knocked out by Crow, but McConville's in the way. A beautiful hand pass to English. And that back line's going great guns as we see Ashman pick it up. Carlton players running all over the place. They've got Essendon rattled at the moment as the ball goes back there towards the centre of the ground. And a mark to Hawker. He gets clear. Oh, well tackled that time by Bazasto. He's had a great third quarter, but he's down. He's in a bit of pain there too as we see Andrews go for a hand pass. Over to Neale. The ball kicked high. It's a bad kick. A chance for Reid and Marcasani. They both miss it. Coming in to meet it now is Eustace. Comes back to the left and to the right. A hand pass back to Watson. And he'll go like the Watson. Bazasto still down as the ball goes up there towards Daniher. He's pushed in the back. Umpire said a free kick.
Yep.
It's a free kick, and Bazasto still in trouble there with the trainers.
I think he collided with Wells, Lou, because Wells was holding his head after that clash.
Well, it was a beautiful tackle on Hawker, but of course it's not good when you finish up being injured about it. Now, Daniher have a shot for goal. You can see the goals there on screen. A difficult shot. He's only about 5 metres out from goal. Looks as though Bazasto's okay. Runs around, fires. 1 point, so the Bombers not having much luck at the moment. So it's 11-5, 71 Carlton to Essendon 6-9, 45. And we're at the 23.5-minute mark of this third quarter, and Bazasto looks okay. Sometimes, you know, even though I've got the greatest admiration, he's inclined to do a little bit of acting now and again, the old Peter.
Well, it was a bit of a knock.
Yeah, but he's had a great third quarter, kicking 3 goals. The ball back into play again. Punched out by Merritt. Grabbed that time by McConville. Over there to Hunter. And they're taking chances, Carlton. And they're coming off now. Beautiful pass to Harms. Back it goes to Wells. And this is terrific football. Over to Sheldon. And And the Blues are away and running again. Up there towards the goals. Can we see Bazzasto or Mackay at the back? Look at him fly. Umpire's paying that free kick. It could be against Bazzasto for interference to Simon Madden. And boy, are they wasting him down. They need someone on the ball that can take a mark around the ground at the moment.
Mackay limping too as Madden goes for the short pass. In fact, as I mentioned before, Essendon have done nothing since Madden's been wasted in the back pocket. So he really has been a bad move. Maybe he's injured, maybe not. Reid and Dool. Well tackled by Bruce Dool. The umpire calls play on. Stoneham does just that. Tries the short pass. Two Essendon players are there. Gary Folds takes the mark and has to go back forward.
Oh, look at the ball moving down. He's taking too long, Pete.
Well, he was picked up as soon as he took the mark. Bahajar, left half forward. Now he has to go back as well. So Carlton picking up their men pretty quickly in defence. Not letting the Essendon players get a run on. Bahajar will land the ball just about in the 10-metre square. Plenty of Carlton players are there. It's a juggle. Daniher to Thompson. Folds shoots at goal and has put it through for 1 point. When Essendon badly needed a goal. So Essendon 6 goals 10, that's 46 points. Carlton 11-5, 71. And the Carlton player limping still. McConville it will be, and I would reckon could come off the ground. English. Sheldon and Vanderhaar. Vanderhaar too tall but can't take the mark. Hal comes in to try and take it off him. The umpire in turn will take it off them both as we see McConville limping off the ground, and he will be replaced. So Carlton not having a good run with players getting knocks at the moment as Lenihan comes back on. Not a bad sort of a replacement. Ashman, one of Carlton's best today. Ashman towards left half forward. Mark missed out there by Hawker. Picks it up in front of McClure and gets the long kick in towards half forward. 3 Essendon players are there. None can complete the mark. Bahajar gets around Ashman. In turn over to Eustace. A funny little kick up towards Max Crow, who tries to mark it one-handed. Folds, good goal from there. 10 metres out. Snaps truly and has put it through for Essendon's 7th and a badly needed goal. Gary Folds, first goal for him for the afternoon, close to three-quarter time, and Essendon getting that badly needed one to take them to 7 goals 10, 52 points. Carlton 11-5, 71.
And of course, we're approaching the 27-minute mark, so the Bombers badly need another one before three-quarter time, Peter.
I'm just looking at the flags on top of the scoreboard, Lou. That breeze has strengthened from the west, and it's definitely favouring the end to which Essendon are kicking this quarter, and that makes Carlton's lead look that much better.
Certainly does. Back to the centre now. There's McConville's ankle, and he looks as though he's in plenty of trouble.
Certainly does. 71-52 at the 27-minute mark now, third quarter.
Centre bounce again. Fitzpatrick against Merritt. Fitzpatrick got it out again. He's hardly been beaten as the ball is picked up by Marcazzani, and Carlton swing back into attack again. Bazzasto at the back there, pushed out by Madden. Bazzasto's got the ball now. He tries to get a hand pass out to Lennon. It's all right. Back it goes there to Johnson, a snap for goal. Going towards the goals. It could be through. Hit the post. Oh, golly. Well, that was a bit of a lifesaver for Essendon that time. So it's, what, 20 points the difference at the moment. And the Bombers in the hot seat. We see the ball picked up now and driven down there by Watson. Back towards centre field. The pack fly. Crow couldn't hold that one. Punched on by English. Over to Bahajar. Bahajar gets a hurried kick down over centre half forward. A chance here from Mark the Schultz. He's been on and off the ground, but well played by Hart. Goes for the boundary line, and it's out of bounds about 40 metres around from the Bomber goal. And they badly need one before three-quarter time to have a chance in this last quarter. That's when they come home and play their best football. But they've got plenty of pressure on this in this last quarter today. Knocked out by Crow, picked up by Buckley, lost it. English spins out of the pack, a hand pass back to Harms. Packet goes to Mail and fumbles. He loses the second time. Fitzpatrick's grab. And, oh, he gave Crow one under the jaw that time, and the umpire's going to ball it up. I think it was an accident just the same. But he's played a great game today, Fitzpatrick. Been magnificent. And, of course, very suspect before the match started today with a bone broken in the hand. There'll be a free kick to Crow. I think he played for that one, and Crow's got a chance to kick his fourth goal from about 35 metres out from goal. And look at Fitzpatrick going crook at the umpire. Umpire saws. Southby saying lay off. Not worrying Crow while he puts his boot back on again. Well, Crow's one of the most unexpected kicks you ever see for goal. He'll kick one from 60 metres out on an angle, and then when he gets dead in front, you'll see him miss it. He misses the easiest of goals and then kicks the most difficult ones.
Well, he's taking about a week and a half to do up his boots as Neale Clark comes back onto the field to replace Schultz.
Let's see whether Crow can kick this goal. A badly needed one for the Bombers. It'll make the difference, 14 points. Then it'll give them a great chance coming to this last quarter.
He's kicked 3-1 so far.
Crow lines them up. Taking about a half an hour to put his boot on. Dool at the back of the mark. Fitzpatrick on the mark. That's a good kick. It's a goal. So it's only 14 points the difference now. So it's 11 goals, 672 Carlton to Essendon, 8 goals, 1058.
Well, Max Crow getting good percentage out of his kicking for goal. 4 goals, 1 is a pretty good effort. They've all been deliberate shots, I think, from memory.
Yes, Pete, all of them.
And Crow has got 4 goals, 1 to his credit. So 25 points to Max Crow out of Essendon's total of 58. We're right on the 30-minute mark now of the third quarter, 72 to 58. Bad bounce, doesn't favour anybody in particular, taken away by Buckley eventually. Buckley's kick up towards Stoneham, and Stoneham taking that mark right on the edge of the centre square. A couple of dark clouds coming over the ground. We might get a shower of rain shortly. Nagel is at centre field. A long kick up towards centre half forward. It's close to siren time. Dool breaks clear of the pack and puts Carlton into attack now. Stoneham is there, going through as Mackay. Hawker picks the ball up on the half-back flank and gets it wide towards the press box wing. 2-on-1, Essendon in favour. Fitzpatrick caught, hand passes into trouble. Nobody making any headway at all. Marcazani's kick is smothered and it's out of bounds, right on the centre wing position.
Well, can't look as though they were in a winning position there for a while, Pete. Now the Bombers have bounced back again.
They've sneaked back, but of course they have the wind in the last term. Carlton, Fitzpatrick playing a great game, but hits it straight to Nagel, unfortunately for him. Nobody can take it. English is there, spins out of the pack usefully towards centre field. Andrews and McClure. Stoneham. Well, McClure gave Andrews one just for the heck of it. And mark taken by Eustace. Play on, says Neale Clark, who runs past him. He could score from there, gets around Buckley and Malin okay, but it's smothered. Malin comes in, knocks it effectively forward and takes it himself. Howe is at centre half back for Carlton. Blues defence standing up well under pressure. Fitzpatrick goes up one-handed. Picked up by Marcazani on the wing. Marcazani showing a good turn of speed. Mackay and Ashman. Fowler is there trying to beat them both. And the ball over the boundary line for a throw-in.
Well, Lenihan nearly got one from Nagel that time, but rode the bump beautifully. Well, it's out of bounds on that half. There's the siren to end the third quarter. Carlton 11 goals, 672. To Essendon 8 goals, 1050.
Players taking up their positions. Merritt will open in the ruck for Essendon. And on Seven's big league, it's 14 points the difference going into the final term here at Princes Park before a capacity crowd. And what a game it's been. Merritt and Fitzpatrick. Merritt got that one out, although Fitzpatrick's done pretty well in the ruck right throughout the day. Lenihan chasing it and tries to get it into the open. Reed. And umpire Sauls has decided to come in and ball it up. It's been a great match. Lead changed repeatedly in the first 3 quarters. Carlton got the break and led at one stage by 29 points during the third term. Merritt and Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick got it down. Tries to find Marcazani. On the bottom of that lot, I think, is Bahajar, who has got a push in the back. It's Fowler, is it? Yes, Fowler. Hawker. So Hawker is at left half back. Looks for Crow, couldn't find him. Southby can't get boot to ball. On the shoulder, says the umpire, and free kick to Southby, who in turn goes for the handball to Wayne Harms. Harms wide towards the wing. Oh, it bounced straight past Greg Wells. Didn't give him a chance at all. Hawker again. Short pass taken by Neale Clark on the wing, just inside the boundary line. Clark, plenty of distance in that kick too. Howell getting underneath it. At the back was Daniher. English, who's played well in the back pocket for Carlton today, again goes wide towards the flank, and once again Hawker taking the mark. Hawker right on centre wing, decides to go for the short one. Bahajar chipping it and taking it. Didn't really gain much, although of course they still have possession. Importantly, Bahajar's kick likewise isn't a long one. Daniher was the flyer. Ball booted out eventually towards Sheldon. Sheldon's kick in turn towards centre field. Mark missed out there by Lenihan, is it? Can't do much about that. Tries to knock it over to his teammate. McClure's there. Picked up by Reed. Reed puts Essendon into attack and getting underneath it to take the mark, Bahajar.
Bahajar nearly off. Umpire's call, play on. It'll be a free kick against him. Good decision by the umpire that time. When he took the mark, he didn't look around. It'll be a 15-metre penalty. It's no good doing your block. 14 points the difference. And Carlton at one stage in that third quarter were 29 points in front, and the Bombers pegged them back. Andrews missed that one completely, going for the knock. Tapped out by Buckley. The ball comes back there to Hawker. That's a shocking kick off the side of his boot. Coming in to meet it now is Thompson. He's having a juggling match. A hand pass to Reed. He gets a kick, a short one back there towards Fold and Dool. Dool's the one to win the race for the ball, but he can't pick it up. Not a great day for Dool either. Hand pass from Mail and over to Johnson. The ball back there towards that half forward line. And we see Madden coming out, playing at full back at the moment, trying to cope with Mackay. Mackay goes down. He's got one, and now it's going to be a free kick there to Essendon. It'll be Stone, who's played a fairly good game today. Short pass, and Foles has got the mark on the centre wing position. We've seen a great display of ruck play by Fitzpatrick. He's been magnificent, the ruck. For a guy that's got a broken bone in the left hand, he's certainly been firing here today and played a real captain's game. There we see the ball driven up that time by Watson. Over the centre half forward position, Daniher flies. Got the mark. No, he's not playing it. He said play on, and fair enough. Ball comes back there towards Reed. Reed running an open goal. Fires at the goals, and what's the result? It could be through. It's a goal.
Trick has it with the free kick. Tries the short one. Malin, who's played well in the second half, only had 2 kicks up to half-time. Ashman is at left half forward. A successful balk deep into the full forward position. The big pack of players set themselves, and the mark brought in by Mr. Andrews. Ron Andrews in the back pocket. An Essendon player in trouble in the goal square too. We'll pick him up in just a moment. Picked up by Watson, who's had a relatively quiet day, trying to find Thompson, and successful in so doing. Thompson, bad handball. They might get out of it though, Essendon. Nagel at right half back goes for the long kick. Dool with the big punch, sees it over the boundary line, and we'll see a throw in. He's not a great match, Dool, today, but he was off the field for some little time late in the second quarter. Again knocked down by Fitzpatrick. Southby goes through, tackles Bahajar well. Clark missed with the punch, picked up by Wells. Wells's kick is short. Malin infringing on Thompson, and will be penalised the required 15 metres. That's 30 metres. That's where the mark is, says Rohan Saws. Thompson transfers it to centre half forward. Daniher gets there a little bit too late, and the chances now for English to pick the ball up from the back pocket, which he does. He's been very safe down there, English, today. Hunter, always a consistent player for Carlton, and Hunter now tries the short pass. Picked up by Bazasto, who gives it to Lenahan. Terry Daniher right on his hammer. Free kick for in the shoulder, or on the head. Call it as you will. It's a long way out from goal. Couldn't possibly score from there, Lenahan. But he'll certainly make things interesting as he puts the ball on its way now. Madden gets up and takes the mark in the back pocket.
Good mark to Madden down there in the back pocket position. The Bombers have been desperate today. Mackay kicked 4 goals in the first half, and they had to shift Madden down. I know it was a good move or not. It could be a negative one. As we see Neale Daniher go for a pass, it's okay. And he's found Nagel there at half-back. Actually, a little short of half-back. Well, it's only 8 points the difference in favour of Carlton. That's a shocking kick and a mark there to Malin. As Peter said before, a very quiet player in that first half. He was really swamped by fouls, but he's been shifted onto the other wing. Ball back there now towards Bazasto. This could be dangerous. Goes for a one off the ground. Coming in to meet it now is Nagel. Picks it up nicely. Runs into trouble. He hand passes to Wells. He kicked the goal. Oh, golly, what a mistake.
Scores 12-6, 78 Carlton. Essendon 9-10, 64. Goodness me. Well, that was one of the sensations here at Princes Park, and I dare say we'll be hearing plenty more about that later on. 7 minutes gone, final term. 78 plays 64 in favour of Carlton.
Ball back there towards Bahajar. He's grabbed too high and will get a free kick. So it's 14 points the difference now in favour of Carlton. And as I said before, they had a 29-point lead in that third quarter. Ball kicked up there towards centre half forward. There's English trying to get clear. So Eustace taking too long. Ball picked up by Clark, back to Bahajar. They're messing about. They're not playing with any confidence at all. A short pass out wide. Going after it now is Eustace. He does a bit of feint. Oh, it's Thompson, I should say. Running to an open goal, fires, but he'll be off target, and it's through for 1 point. So it's 13 points the difference. And that's how many games Essendon won in a row. 13 up till today, but it could be the end of their run, the way Carlton are playing. 78 plays 65. Ball back into play again. Out there towards centre half back. McClure there, punched away by the Essendon defence. Back it goes to Daniher, overruns the ball. Oh, Watson comes out of the pack with the ball now, runs back into trouble, but his strength tries to get him out of it. But they pounce and they won't let him get away. Carlton playing in desperation at the moment, and the umpire's going to ball it up out there towards the centre half forward position for Essendon.
And Carlton showing a little bit more desperation than Essendon at the moment as Watson tries to put his boot back on. Last quarter in progress, 8.5 minutes as we have this ball up at left half forward. Essendon in attack, knocked down by Fitzpatrick, goes to Sheldon. Sheldon's well shepherded. Racing forward out there is Johnston. Stoneham gets there first, couldn't take the mark. Lenihan late on the scene, but it will be a boundary throw-in on that half-forward flank on the outer side of the ground. 65 to 78 in favour of Carlton. Merritt. Bahajar. Grab. Too high or not? Free kick to Bahajar, who seems to get grabbed too high more than any other player playing. There's not much of him, that's why. Essendon out of danger through Andrews. Not a long kick. Ashman, good mark. Ashman is on centre wing.
Making little mistakes, Essendon, Peter. They look a little slow when they're trying to break away from the packs.
Carlton a little bit more professional at the moment.
No doubt about that.
Mackay is right in the centre of the ground. But this guy, one of the best kicks in league football, and just as I say that, he kicks into the man on the mark, but he hasn't made too many mistakes today, David Mackay. Bazasto doing a little bit of sorting out as we see again a ball up to take place only about 4 or 5 metres from the circle. Knocked down by Fitzpatrick. Madden, I'd like to see him back in the ruck if Essendon are going to have a chance. Harms collides with English. Picked up by Watson and well played, but well tackled by Bruce Gould. English over to Harms. Carlton very professional in defence, although it doesn't bounce too well for Wayne Harms. Tackled by Thompson or Eustace. Picked up by Neale Daniher. Likewise tackled well by Hunter. A snapshot for goal for Essendon by Eustace is off target, but it will be a free kick. And it will be taken by Neale Daniher, I think. Yes, it is. Daniher to get the free kick. You can see the angle. The goals are about, or goal is about, well, let's see, 20 metres, 30 metres out. This would be a very valuable one for Essendon as Neale Daniher lines it up. 35 metres from goal, in he comes. Fires, that looks okay, is it? Yes, I think it's through. By the skin of his teeth. Essendon come closer again. Neale Daniher bringing up his first goal. Carlton 12-6, 78. Essendon 10-11, 71.
Well, there's a difference of, what, 7 points, Peter, so the Bombers are still in there.
Perhaps
he won.
I agree with your comments, Lou. I don't think there was much else umpire Robertson could do. Madden was tackled well, and he seemed to hold the ball, well, for a fortnight, really.
Well, it seems to be the go with players today to get themselves out of trouble. When they run into trouble, they fall on top of the ball and expect the umpire to ball it up. And it doesn't work out every time. And the more the umpires do this, it'll stop the players from using those tactics.
And hunting in packs, which certainly doesn't add to the game's spectacle. And by and large, a good decision by umpire Robinson. Sevens big league action from Princes Park. Now 13 points the difference.
Fitzpatrick against Merritt again. Fitzpatrick again. Got it down to Bazasto. In a bit of trouble there. Can't get out of the pack. And then we see a free kick. It'll go to Terry Daniher. He's been one of the Bombers' best players today.
Probably their best, Lou.
I would say so. Been a very consistent player. He's got to go and kick back over the mark. A little short of centre field. Oh, that's a kick. Doesn't help very much. There's Nagel taking the mark. There's a bit of a wrestle going on behind play, but the umpire's letting it go on as Nagel kicks it back over centre half forward. Hunter drops the mark and ricochets off the pack. Going through his duel. He gets a throw out, actually. Back to Buckley, back there to Wells. And Carlton take the ball away from the danger zone. Coming in to meet it now is Terry Daniher, the guy we were talking about. Oh, he ran back into Bazasto. It could have been a free kick. Aspin's grabbed. Down he goes. How about that for tackling? Another one. And down goes Bazasto. The umpire letting play go on as Ronnie Andrews gets the ball. Stand clear as he kicks it out wide to Timmy Watson. Will he get there on time? He's on his own. He's got a paddock to run in here. He decides to go for a bit of a bounce. Merritt met Johnson, went down. Now Timmy Watson, a hand pass back over there. Back to Stoneham, back to Watson. Another hand pass back. And there we see the ball coming out wide. Picked up by Stoneham again. And shot down towards the Essendon half-forward line. But Harms is there. Oh, he dropped the sitter. Now he's in trouble. He's grabbed. Ball goes back to Daniher, weeding his way through the pack on the boundary line, running to the goals. Will he kick it? He better hurry up. A long hand pass over there to Reed. Reed's in trouble. Fires. He's missed it. He's missed it. I thought Daniher would have fired that time from the boundary line. Would have been a better go, I'd reckon. So it's 13-6, 84 Carlton to Essendon, 10-12, 72. What a game it is.
Well, Daniher certainly didn't have the angle in his favour, so seeing Reed in a better position, although under pressure, he gave it to him. As it turned out, it didn't work out. Bad kick by Harms. It goes to Buckley. Buckley just short of the centre-half back position. Puts it towards the outer side. Well, they all missed that one. Maybe the sun was in their eyes, something we're not used to at this time of the year. Neale to Stoneham. Watson on the move at half-forward. Well caught by Johnston. Dool. Misplaced handball, but it goes to Malin. Into the open spaces now in the press box ring. See who can pick it up first. It's out of bounds before Neale Clark can get there. And a boundary throw-in right on centre ring.
I think it proves the point that Timmy Watson's not that fit, not 100%. He usually streaks away from those things, Peter.
He was under a cloud earlier in the week. That's right, Lou. Fitzpatrick was likewise and has infringed or will get the free kick.
Best player on the ground by a mile, this guy today.
Especially his first half. That's a beautiful kick. Torpedo punt kick. Should be more of them. Bozasto and Terry Daniher tangle. And the free kick will be Bozasto's, but you can't do that, Peter. He has to go back and take the kick from left half forward. Now he's seen Malin, who made position well. Malin's clear of Andrews, fires, and that's a goal. Doesn't play to leave your man. Certainly doesn't. Malin putting through his first goal for Carlton. The Blues go further ahead to 14-6-90, leading Essendon 10-12, 72.
There's no doubt about Bozasto, Pino. He's one of the most creative players you've ever seen in your life. You know, he was a bad player the first half, but he kicked, 3 goals in the second and third quarter. And, of course, he's always thinking to give another teammate a hand pass.
16 minutes have now gone in the final quarter. 3 goals the difference. Can Carlton hang on as the ball was bounced again? Crowe and Fitzpatrick neither get it effectively away from the circle. Crowe tries the backhander. Carlton go forward again. Here's Bozasto once more, gathers it in at left half forward, hotly pursued by Stoneham, but he gets it back to Johnston, who fires and hit the post. And that would have been the winning goal, I'd reckon, because it would have put Essendon 4 goals down. As it is, they're 19 points in arrears. That could be enough. 91-72. Terry Daniher does the kicking in. Crowe is the flyer. Lenihan at the back. Goes to Buckley. Wells has a pot shot from 35 metres out. It's dropping short. Mark taken by Terry Daniher. Hawker. Good ball. Gets Essendon out of trouble. Momentary perhaps. Dool cannons into the back of his opponent. Off the ground from Harms. Past Buckley. Hawker again. Getting a lot of possessions on that wing. Buckley tackles him, but it's too late. Marcazani. Right on centre wing. Tries the short pass. Okay, Wells looks for Fitzpatrick. Bounce doesn't favour the skipper at all, but he's good enough to pick it up. He's right on the boundary line, though. We'll try and put it high into the 10-metre square, looking for Johnston. Johnston and Stoneham. Johnston tries to kick it off the carpet. In the meantime, a whistle has gone. Free kick to Stoneham.
Stoneham to take that kick down there at the full-back position. 91 points, Carlton to Essendon 72. About 17 minutes gone of this last quarter. That's a bad kick. Too long there for Terry Daniher. Comes into meter. He gets one from Bozasto. Bozasto goes after it again. They pile on top of him and they'll ball it up at centre half forward. Well, there's no doubt about it. Bozasto certainly lifted his game since...
There's a fight in the crowd down in front of us, Lou.
Well, that's not bad either. Oh, well. Let him go. Back to the game now as we see Bahajar trying to pick it up. He runs into Johnson, loses the ball, actually. Picked up by Reed. A hurried kick back there, but too many Carlton players there and a good mark taken there by Harms. Only 2 players down there on the Essendon forward line. The rest are up there over the half forward line. Back it goes. Essendon players spawning each other there. It's picked up here now by Sheldon. A step for goal. This is coming around enough. It's 1 point. Well, the score at the moment, 14-8-92 Carlton to Essendon 10-12-72, and the fight down in front of us quietened down.
One guy's got a blood nose.
You usually get that when you get into a fight. You can't handle yourself. Simon Madden, the ball tapped down again, pushed on by Sheldon. Terry Daniher, no doubt Essendon's best player down there at half-back. Gets around Mackay, another hand pass coming over here. Oh, round the neck. Now that's would be a free kick to his brother as the ball is finally kicked up there, but there's too many Carlton defenders here. English having a bit of trouble picking this up, but now he's clear of the hand pass over to Wayne Harms. And they're backing up. Down goes Wayne Harms from Bahajar. In comes Wells at centre field. Taps the ball nicely over to Marquezine. Another one back to Buckley. And they've got the Bombers rattled at the moment. The ball goes up there towards McClure. It's still a goal. There's a goal. What a beautiful goal by Buckley. And they pick him up. Look, they're happy about that. And of course, they've given the Bombers a lesson experience here today. No doubt about that.
What a great goal that was. That was from inside the centre square, Lou. 15-8-98 Carlton. Essendon 10-12-72.
No doubt about that goal. And of course, I think Buckley may have been more amazed than his teammate, because it certainly travelled a long distance.
Backs up what I said before about the wind certainly favouring that end, to which Carlton are kicking this term. I think that could be enough to give them the match. 20 minutes now gone in the final quarter from Princes Park as the clock ticks away. Essendon really do have the job in front of them now as the ball back into the centre. Crowe and Fitzpatrick. Crowe wins that one out. Neale couldn't take it on the way through for Essendon. Neale Daniher comes out with it, gives it to his brother Terry. Under pressure. Out it goes to Eustace from Schultz. High towards full forward. Out comes Merritt. Carlton defence has been very, very good though today. Reid. Handball down towards Daniher again. Neale Daniher shoots at goal, well off target, and goes through for only 1 point. And that brings the scoreboard now to 73 points to 98, a difference of 25. So Essendon have got to kick 5 goals in the space of around about 10 minutes to win the match without Carlton scoring. Mark taken out there for Essendon by Eustace. Kicks it back whence it came. Plenty of Carlton players in the square. Merritt flies and has brought it down. Had the run in. Well, Merritt has not scored a goal for Essendon so far today.
I suppose it's about 10 or 11 minutes to go, Peter.
Maybe 10 at the outside, I reckon, Lou. The way Essendon are playing, though, they won't be able to get up. That's a goal, so that brings them 6 points closer. Merritt's first goal. And the scores now: Essendon 11 goals, 13, 79 points, trailing Carlton 15-8, 98. And there we see one of the combatants being taken away, and that was the man that suffered the broken nose. There's plenty of him, but
he's not sunbaking, I'll tell you that. He's had his shirt ripped off.
He's lost his shirt and his dignity as well. 79 plays 98 now in Sevens Big League. Final term at Princes Park in progress, 22 minutes.
Centre bounce again. 17 points in favour of Carlton. Crowe got the knockout. There we see Aspin getting the ball out of the pack towards that half-forward line. Nearly a mark to Fowler. There we see Johnson messing about, going for a hand pass out to McClure. It's intercepted that time by Andrews. Back to Johnson again. He ran into 2 of them that time and dropping the ball. Didn't have much chance, Johnson. We see Stone take the free kick at centre half-back. He's played a fairly good game. 2 over to Neale. Neagle's clear at centre half-back. A hand pass coming over here now to Terry Daniher. Oh, round the neck again. At least Buckley stopped him. And, of course, about 2 minutes ago, we saw Buckley kicking a magnificent goal from about 65 metres out. He and Neale having a few words there. There's a long hand pass coming over there to Fowler on the centre wing position, right on the edge of the square. A long kick up there towards the full forward position. Oh, Vanderhaar's got it. And he's only about 15 metres out from goal, directly in front. And, of course, if he kicks this, it'll make the difference 11 points, and they're back in there with a chance again.
Got to kick it yet, Luke.
Well, he's got to kick it, and the pressure on Vanderhaar. Golly, you wouldn't have given him a chance 5 minutes ago the way Carlton were playing, would you, Pete?
No, certainly wouldn't.
Kicked by Vanderhaar. Another goal, 11 points the difference. And we approach the 23-minute mark. 15-8-98 to Essendon, 12-13-85.
Well, still in there with the chance.
13 points, Pete, I'm sorry.
Still in there with the chance, that's right. 13 points the difference, and we've probably got, I would reckon, looking at the clock, about 6.5 minutes left for play. Assuming that we can get a 30-minute quarter in, there's still time for Essendon to win it. 13 points the difference. Approaching the time on period, knocked down to Sheldon. Sheldon's long kick up towards full forward. Mackay in front. Madden goes for the punch. Here's Johnston, but he gets collared pretty quickly. Essendon defenders descend upon him. Stowed him in there, but the umpire has decided to ball it up. And that ball up will take place only about 15 metres out from goal. What a great match this has been from start to finish. Madden does the ruck work. Down to Bazasto, though. Bazasto snaps for goal. It won't be a score. Foul's getting underneath it and knocks the ball clear of his Carlton opponent. It gives the chance out there to Crow to pick the ball up. To Reed. Well tackled by Lenihan. Drops the ball and will be free kicked. Lenihan from the right half-forward flank will put Carlton back into attack again. He's gone for the short pass to Ashman, and Ashman doesn't let him down, takes the mark. Very good player today, Rod Ashman. Certainly wouldn't have done his Brownlow prospects any harm at all by his performance today. 20 kicks under any circumstances, good football. Ashman, about 45 metres out on the angle, fires at goal. Won't quite make the distance, knocked away by Terry Daniher, past Watson and goes to Fold, this time in front of Lenihan. Around the boundary line it goes. The mark taken for Essendon. Hawker. Centre wing, knocked down by Southby. Harms, back to Southby. Carlton cool in the crisis. It's a real high ball, that one. Bazasto flies it, but he took off before nominations. Tackles his opponent, but he didn't have the ball. That was Mahajar. Goes to Neale. Neale over the top of McClure. Not good handball. Andrews has had a quiet day. Back to Neale. The Bombers are alike now. They've got to score pretty quickly. Neale to the right half-forward flank. Fitzpatrick in the front of the pack on his own. Takes the mark. I don't think that did his hand much good either. But cool in the crisis, Mike Fitzpatrick will go back for the kick and is going to take plenty of time. Why shouldn't he? Under a crowd, and he's probably been the best man on the ground. He's taking it off, he's wasting time.
You can do that.
Yes. Well, what a gutsy umpiring decision. Now Fitzpatrick taking a week and a half and has to surrender the ball. Good umpiring. Free kick going Essendon's way to Eustace. Eustace into the goal square, knocked away from Daniher. Snapshot for goal for the Bombers by Hawker. 1 point. 26 minutes gone, 98 to 86.
12 points the difference. Waiting now for the ball to come back into play. Well, the Bombers have got a chance. I'd say there's about 4 minutes to go and probably 5 at the most, Peter.
Yes.
That'll see it out. But there's time for rest if they're good enough. Carlton will be very stiff to lose this game, but since half-time they've been on top. Well, there's a mark dropped by Markazani. Kicked out by Crow. He's clear now. A hand pass coming over to Watson. He's not moving so well. Gets the ball up there towards the full forward position, but a good mark to Harm. Standing up well, that back line at the moment for Carlton. Harm's right down there at the full-back position. Brings the ball back out to the half-back flank position at the back as Hunter flies. Just about marked that one, but finally picked up that time by Schultz. Oh, Bahajar and Neale Daniher messed each other up that time. That allowed the halves to kick the ball back towards centre field. Bowles taps it over nicely to Andrews. Goes for a long kick up there towards that forward line, but there's that defence again. A good mark to English. Still 12 points the difference.
English with the mark. 12 points, 2 goals for a draw would be the best Essendon can hope for. Hawker getting underneath the ball. Foles goes for the punch and gets it down to Hawker. He plays on. In towards the forward pocket. It's all Carlton. Howard in front. Neale Daniher gets pushed in the back by Dool. And the umpire will come in and decide to ball it up. Time running out for Essendon. 28 minutes gone now in the quarter. Capacity crowd here today for this match. Knocked down by Fitzpatrick. Markazani to Malin. To Wells. Gets caught. Play on. Thompson's there. Schultz calling for it. Terry Daniher. And he takes the mark. 35 or 45 metres out in front of goal. And he plays on, maybe foolishly. Neale. Long handball this time to Watson, who shrugs the tackle. Bourke. 30 metres out and shoots, but off target. And through for one behind, or is it out of bounds? It's a point. 11 points the difference at the 28.5-minute mark.
Well, the Bombers still attacking. And we wait now for Wayne Harms. Of course, that was a dramatic move just a moment ago when Fitzpatrick took a foot. Well, it took a long time to kick the ball, and umpire Robertson took it off him and gave Essendon a chance to go into attack again. Took a lot of courage by the umpire that time. The ball back there towards Neale and Sheldon. Punched away by Sheldon. Good play. Back there towards centre field. Neale going after. Picks it up nicely. He's clear. Hits the ball back there towards the full forward zone. Plenty of Carlton defenders there. Oh, there's only a mark to Neale Daniher right in front. Oh, God, if he kicks this, he's already kicked one goal. He's only about 30 metres out. He wouldn't be 30 metres out. You can see the goals there on the screen. He puts this through. It's only 5 points the difference. So it's 5 points the difference now. We've got about 2.5 minutes to go, I'd reckon. We're about 29 minutes into this last quarter. There's the score, 15-8, 98 Carlton to Essendon, 13-15, 93. Oh, they're going to pull this out of the air, Essendon. Can they get up and win it? They're 14th in a row. There's Simon Madden coming up to urge his players on, going back to the full-back position. Oh, the pressure's on them all now. Fitzpatrick's got to get this knockout. He's got most of the day. Bounce back there towards Merritt. Actually picked up by Watson. It's a smothered kick out there towards the wing position. Coming out to meet it now is Hawker. Overruns the ball. Taps it on. He's got it. And the Bombers back into attack again. Up she goes to Daniher. Oh, the Bomber crowd are going mad. He's kicked 2 goals. And he's only about 30 metres out from goal directly in front. And of course, if he kicks this, the Bombers have won it. And what a game this has been. This could be the dress rehearsal for the grand final of 1981 as Neale Daniher comes in for the kick that could possibly win the game. And he's put it through and the Bombers have hit the front. 1 point and 3 goals for Neale Daniher. 15-8, 98. And there's Simon Madden going up to his mates and saying, keep going. The siren's nearly there. 14-15, 99. What a game. At the 20-minute mark of this quarter, Carlton were 26 points in front, and they've lost the game. Well, I don't say they've lost it, but we're right on the 31-minute mark now, and the siren due to go. There'll be a bit of packing up by the Essendon defence, I should imagine. Oh, no one got that knockout. Knocked out by Nagel. Back there to Fowles. He got one in the back. It'll be no play on as Fowles comes out of the pack. Watson it was. And the ball driven up there towards the full forward position. Daniher coming in. Couldn't hold the mark. Dill comes out of the pack. Gets a kick back towards the centre of the ground. Oh, Crow dropped an easy one. Picked up by Johnson. Andrews going through. Got one in the back. And they'll get a free kick and that could win the game. He's got one boot off. His right boot's off. What a dramatic game as the ball goes back to Daniher again. Battling there with Dill. It's kicked out towards Reid. Reid goes down. They're into his back. He can't get it clear. And what, as we said, Thompson gets it out to Watson. He finally boots the ball back over his head. It'll be out of bounds. The Bombers have won their 14th goal in a row. 14-15, 99. To Carlton, 14-15, 8, 98. Oh, golly, what a game. I'm out of breath. Well, I think I better get my breath back because, it's so exciting. I think it's a day for heart attacks here today. You wouldn't have given them a chance. I'm not kidding. At the 20-minute mark, they were 26 points in front. And it just goes to show you can't coast when you're against a good side like Essendon. They've got up to win this game. You wouldn't have given them a chance at all. What a magnificent performance. And that sort of performance wins a grand final. That's premiership form, that is. Final scores, 14-15, 99. I'm sorry about that before. I didn't get it out properly. 14-15, 99 to Carlton, 15-8, 98. And I don't think you'd see a better game. It wouldn't matter where you went in the world for a game of football. That was magnificent. I think all the Essendon supporters, they thought they were gone beyond recall, and they came to life in that last 5 minutes. And no doubt the hero of the match was Neale Daniher, kicking 3 goals in the last quarter. I think we're going to get my breath back, Alf. I'm just about out of breath, mate. Well, we saw some good performances there today. There's no doubt the best player on the ground was Fitzpatrick. And the Carlton skipper did a great job. And you've got to remember this, that he was very suspect before the game started with a broken bone in the left hand. And I think he only took one mark over his head for the day. That was in the last quarter. And that was a very dramatic part of the game, too. He had the ball, took the mark, and took a very long time to kick the ball, and finally umpire Robertson took the ball off him. And at that stage, I think they were 26 points in front. And, of course, that gave Essendon a chance to go into attack. They didn't kick a goal from there, but at least they kept the ball on their forward line. It was rather a pity that that happened to Fitzpatrick, because in my opinion, I think in the opinion of most people today, was the best player on the ground. But both sides had many good players. No doubt, as I mentioned, Fitzpatrick. You see the quarters by quarters, and in the first quarter we saw Essendon in front by 2 points. They trailed by a point at half-time, and they were in the hot seat at three-quarter time, trailing by 14 points. And at one stage during that last quarter, as I mentioned before, we were 26 points down at the 20-minute mark, and quite honestly, they had a chance of winning the game, and they lifted their game all over the match. Watson came back into it. He'd been down most of the day, and of course there possibly was a reason for that, because he was suspected of having a very, well, not a badly bruised thigh, but bad enough to slow his pace up, which it did here today. Okay, from the other grounds, we see that the Magpies have got up and knocked Richmond off. Oh, golly, how was that for a day? So it looks as though Collingwood will go back on top of the league ladder. The final scores, which must have been a great game out at VFL